episode, maybe episode 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
I think this should be about the third episode of this. So what's going on, everybody? This is the Negro Shoddy. I'm here with Rex Sparks,
Yeah.
and this is going to be episode 3 of the No Filler podcast. This is the podcast where we pretty much talk about anything. It doesn't have to be video game or anime related or whatever. We just speak our thoughts on anything that's new, anything that's like news or anything that we care about. So this
Pretty
week
much.
go ahead.
It's pretty much just us shooting the shit. That's pretty much it. Sorry.
Pretty much.
Go ahead.
But this week I released a video actually on Saturday about Hunter x Hunter, and already a lot of people were a lot of people disliking the video. I already saw that coming. I like, here's my thing though, because a lot of people were saying that I needed to give the show more of a chance, and I feel like I've given it way more of a chance than I really should have, and I usually do for any show, not just anime, just for like any show. Like I don't think, like, here's the thing, because a lot of people were saying, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people that watched the video and just didn't comment on the video. I'm pretty sure a lot of them were thinking, you need to watch the entire series. But here's the thing: Hunter x Hunter is a 74 episode show, and I feel as though, especially when it comes to anime, but like I said, this can be a regular live action TV show that we're talking about. It's like, if your show doesn't hook me, especially when it comes to anime, and especially when it comes to shonen. Like, your show needs to hook me really on that first episode, but if it doesn't hook me by maybe the third or fourth episode, I'm gonna drop it, because there's no point of me wasting my time watching this show. And there was someone else that commented that was like, it's not like you have to watch it. It's okay. It's okay. You can drop the show. You don't have to torture yourself. And it's just like, okay, well, I understand that. I was just bored. I was bored. Like originally, and here's the thing, like originally when I first started watching Hunter x Hunter, I like I said, I didn't come in with any notion that it was gonna be this great anime, other than, people have always praised this anime, and like I didn't know too much about it. The only thing that I knew about Hunter x Hunter prior to last year really was that, okay, it was about this kid that wanted to become a hunter. I didn't really know much about it. So going into it, I went into it with an open mind. I watched the first 12 episodes, like I said in the video, last year, and it just didn't grab me. It didn't grab me at all. It honestly was just very formulaic to me, and there's a lot of problems and a lot of issues that I have with the character of Gon, with some of the things that end up happening by season 2. And keep in mind, since I released that video on Saturday, uh, I watched about 7 episodes of season 2, and then I wanted to watch the end of season 2. I wanted to watch the end of season 2 before we did this podcast, but I didn't get to, because The Walking Dead came on last night, and I was like, okay, screw it. Let me go ahead and watch something that I actually like. But I know that you're a lot further than me, and I know that you probably share the same thoughts that I have about this series. So let me go ahead and kind of hear your hear your thoughts on it right quick.
Okay. All right. It is just like you said. It's kind of formulaic. It's more or less like part 1 of Naruto at the beginning, and then as it goes on, it fucking drags. It fucking drags. So, it more or less finds more of its identity, and it kind of shifts in a way where it's like, if you ever wanted to see Naruto as the villain, and then it just shifts to Sasuke trying to find his way on his own, then it kind of goes in that direction, because it goes like Gon wants to get stronger, and it kind of shifts to Killua being the protagonist. So it's more or less like was Gon really the main character, like, at all? Because he becomes more or less like, I don't know, a powerful dick, somewhat toward the
A anti-hero.
yeah, more or less. He becomes way more edgier than before, but beforehand, like it's insane. It's
Like I see, not to cut you off, but I did see like in one episode, I believe it was maybe like episode 6 or whatever. The guy that teaches Killua and Gon how to use Nen.
yeah,
The dude Wing. He
yeah,
says something. He starts to think that he says something like, "Master, I did not mean to did I make a mistake? Did I make a mistake teaching these two how to use Nin? Did I just unleash a monster?"
yep,
And so I can kind of see from like what you just said, I can kind of see that maybe the show was hinting at something to basically occur later on.
mm-hmm.
But I feel like even if because you said that this show it kind of takes a shift, takes a turn for the better, I guess, in the later seasons. But it feels like even like just based on what I watched, it kind of felt like a lot of the elements that they introduced in season 2. It feels like some of this is kind of out of order, and I don't want to be unfair to the show, trying to keep comparing it to Naruto. It's just that that comparison is really like close. Like it's kind of hard not to.
Especially when it draws so much references from Naruto. So
No, it's actually the opposite way around because understand this. It's not that I don't appreciate this show for what it's trying to do. I think that it has a premise there. Like the premise is there. I think it's just poor execution. Because I was thinking about this earlier. Because it just feels as though, and I've said this before, but it's like, okay, Naruto did it better, but keep in mind, without Hunter x Hunter, there would be no Naruto. All Kishimoto did was take from Hunter x Hunter and take from Dragon Ball Z and made Naruto. He just fleshed out some of the concepts.
yeah, more or less.
And the thing with Nin, the four principles that they introduced in season 2, like I said, the concept is there, and it kind of reminded me of Avatar, especially when the show starts to have this opening where it explains the four principles to you. It explains Hatsu and Ten and Ren and Setsu. Just like in Avatar, it says like earth, wind, fire, all that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it's this thing with like auras. Like this show's big concept is basically auras and how those can affect the way that these hunters fight. And just based off the, I want to say the 35, 36 episodes that I've seen, a lot where like Kishimoto took this element and took this element and kind of expanded it. Like the whole thing with the auras and stuff,
Uh-huh.
the whole thing with the auras and then that's chakra. And the whole chakra, the chakra points, the chakra nervous system,
Yeah,
he
chakra.
stole that too. He stole that complete thing.
Especially like toward the end. I want to say toward the end. I want to say, like, I might as well spoil this for you right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Gone because the ability to turn into a fucking giant, like he accelerates his growth or some shit, and then he becomes like a powerful ass giant.
Now here's the thing. Well, let me stop you there because I don't mean to stop. I don't mean to interrupt you, but
Okay.
does he train to how does that occur? Does that occur where like he can't like he doesn't know how to control it, or does he just do it and he knows how to control it?
He doesn't know how to. He trains for it, but he doesn't know how to. He just accelerated his growth for his aura, cutting off more years off his lifespan. Pretty much. That's how he did it.
Okay, so he trained for it, but okay, so I guess another question to ask there is, how long did he train for? Like, did he train a whole episode, or was it just
Nah,
like
they keep
a quick thing?
nah, they keep training after this, after where you are. So there's that.
Here's a big problem, and like as I was thinking about it earlier, trying to get ready for this, I was trying to think like it's not necessarily like I don't think that this is a nitpick at all because it feels like for me and maybe it's because I grew up on Dragon Ball Z because we both grew up on Dragon Ball Z
Yep.
and something that Dragon Ball Z did regardless of Dragon Ball Z was regardless of all the training. They show you how to use different how to use Rasengan. And like one of my big problems with this show any training. There's no training, and it feels like everything is just natural to gone and to kill at this point in season two.
That work? Okay, now I'm not hearing nothing.
Hey, did the internet just down for you?
Yeah, kind of. No, it didn't. It didn't. It just like.
It completely went down for me. Wow.
Okay,
Did you
hear me
even
now?
hear anything I was saying?
You were talking about how Gon and Killer would get everything that's handed to him. I got that much.
Yeah. So, what I was saying, but before I guess the internet went down, Google Hangouts went down.
Yeah,
Uh, basically, basically, I guess the root of the problem is that nothing feels earned, and we don't get to see that physical growth. Like, I think there's two things that are very important in these shonen type of anime, these shonen anime especially with stuff like Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, One Piece, all that. Even in Bleach, Ichigo, we get to see him train to hone his new powers and to hone his skills at various points in the show. But at this
it's all
point in the
friends and
show,
shit.
yeah, like in this point in the show, there was an episode in season two, for example, where Wing tries to well he basically teaches Killua and Gon uh how to use 10, how to open up their uh their aura nodes. He ends up doing that for them so that they can get past Hizuka. And my thing with that is because Wing even says at one point, he's like, "Oh, these guys are amazing." Like he says that these guys are amazing. They have so much potential, and it's amazing that they can do this without like I didn't even have to tell them to get into a normal stance. Like it's just amazing. They have so much potential, and my like I guess it's just frustrating to see, and it's kind of boring to me that these characters don't really have any hurdles when it comes to progressing in their fighting abilities and stuff like that. Like it just feels like okay, he's just naturally powerful. There's nothing interesting about that. Like he's just naturally skilled. There's nothing interesting about that at all.
True.
And another thing is that I feel as though, and I kind of hinted at that in my video, but it's like in comparison to Naruto, the thing about Naruto was like, and I think with any shonen character, with any good shonen character, especially when we're talking about the main protagonist, it's like you gotta be able to invest in these characters. You gotta be able to care about these characters. Like even Goku. Like I think Goku is a way better character. I can't believe I'm saying this, but
Oh God.
really like Goku is a way better character than Naruto in Naruto Shippuden at a certain point. Because like even with Naruto, even with Goku, he's an enduring character. There's nothing enduring about Gon. There's nothing interesting or special about him. Like even from day one, when we first saw Dragon Ball Z, none of us knew about Dragon Ball, or at least a few of us didn't know about Dragon Ball. We like our introduction to Dragon Ball Z was simply Dragon Ball. Our introduction to Goku was Dragon Ball Z. So we didn't know about his backstory, but we were able to root for this character. We were able to care about this character and his personality and stuff like that. And it's like Gone is just nothing special. I don't see how anyone can latch on to this character.
Yeah. Same.
And really, like I said before, it seems like Killua, like you were saying, like you were about to say earlier, Killua seems like a more interesting character, a more fleshed out character than him. And even what I said in the video, it seems like Killua and Kurapika and Leorio
L'Oreal.
are yeah, they are like way more
More
fleshed out
interesting.
than these characters, or interesting at that point.
And speaking of Karapika, his whole arc, his whole storyline is so much better than what Gon's is at all. Like he gets written out and then he comes back in, he learns Nen, he starts to kill, gets
Yeah,
revenge.
he learns an end from some random dude on the screen. I was like,
I,
really?
I didn't get that myself. I didn't get that
It's like
myself.
what?
And then
It's like
he
how lucky.
yeah. And then he eventually joins the mafia and then he starts getting revenge for his clan. Eventually, the motherfucker just goes full dark. He pretty much goes like full on,
Full on Sasuke.
yeah, full on heel mode. Let's just say that. And he gets his clan's eyes back, and he has a fucking funeral for his fucking family's eyes, and he's still with the fucking mafia.
Family's eyes.
Yeah. You look that shit up when you have a chance. See,
I told you, but see that's what I was saying in my video, that Kurapika and also Killua, like they are flashes of Sasuke.
yeah.
They are truly flashes of Sasuke.
I didn't even mention this part, but Killua gets an ability called Godspeed. The little shit could just he can eventually just wield lightning. He is lightning. He can warp over here, warp over there, warp over there. He pretty much just wields lightning. Just look that up when you get a chance. Killua Godspeed. Just do that when you
Honestly,
get a
the
chance.
dude, like, look, from day one, as soon as I saw this dude take out another guy's heart, it's like, okay, you're basically OP at this point. It's like when you get in a fight, just literally just take out their heart. Seriously, like until they actually introduced all this nin stuff, until they introduced the four principles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking like, okay, he just broke the show.
Yeah,
Like
Killua is
there's
the
no
game
end.
breaker. Killua is is the fucking game breaker.
It's like just take the dude's heart out, right?
You
As
know
soon as
what's
as soon as you get into the fight.
the 1999 version is way more graphic because he just crushes the dude's heart in his hands. He didn't put it in a bag or anything. He
Wow.
just fucking crushes it in his hands. I'm telling you, the 1999 version is way more fucking edgier and dark than this version. I'm like, this dude just crushed his fucking heart.
Wow.
I'm like,
So in other words, we're watching the 4Kids version.
yeah, essentially, that's why people. That's where there's like a war going on between the 1999 version and the 2011 version.
Yeah.
And the 1999 version was shorter than the 11 version. I think,
Wow.
if I remember correct.
Yeah, I thought the 2011. I could be wrong about this. I thought the 2011 version is 54 episodes. I could have sworn it was.
I think it's around 84 or something. What's the and then Leorio just becomes a doctor. I think he's just completely fucking written off entirely. But
yeah, like he's not even. He's definitely not a very like interesting character.
He's not even relevant anymore after he gets his license. It's like
I said this nigga is Brock he's Brock from Pokemon. He's Brock. He's like Brock or Krillin. It's like okay, I was just there.
Like, yeah. Honestly, like Killua and Kurapika are the better scenarios in this show. I mean, what the fuck is up with Hisoka? What the fuck is with his ass?
Orochimaru.
Essentially,
he's a Orochimaru.
Essentially, he just gets off on Gon's destruction. I guess it's like, what the fuck is it? Okay, fanfic writers.
Orochimaru.
Don't go nuts,
pedophiles. Freaking Jared. The Jared from Subway. Jared from Subway.
Oh my god.
Something I forgot to mention earlier. When Gon is fighting that dude, the dude that was spinning out all the Beyblades.
Oh, him. Yeah.
First of all, I'll say this. I like the character. I like the character design for that character. His opponent. But his opponent. Here's the thing. So he starts to use Setsu in the middle of the battle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Without even being trained on how to use that. Now, maybe they explain that later on, and maybe you can clear something up for me that happens later on. But here's the thing, man. Like this goes back to what I said earlier. Like we don't see any training for this. It's not justified at all. That's why I think like even though this show, I'll say this, it doesn't commit the sin of overusing flashbacks, because a lot of shonen overuse flashbacks, but this show could have used a little bit of flashbacks to kind of flesh out Gon, to kind of flesh out all these other characters.
Especially when they keep introducing people like later on, it becomes ridiculous. It's not as bad as Bleach, where Bleach has fucking characters left.
Bleach has like 1 million people in it. It's like, okay, who are you?
Bleach has fucking characters from up there to the fucking yin yang. It's like, okay, stop. I can barely keep track of Ichigo, Rukia, and all the other main ones. Okay, stop introducing filler shit that I gotta keep track of now too. Oh my god.
You know the crazy thing about that show, not to get off track, but like the crazy thing about that is I think I told you this before, but I got into that show late because I couldn't watch Adult Swim at first. And when I got into the show, I think they were fighting the Bounce or somebody, but I started watching it then, and then I ended up watching like season 1, like watching it from the beginning, like many years later, and I was able to get into that show at that point. And so I almost feel like this show might be that same way, whereas maybe it does get slightly better later on, but it's like you can't expect, and this goes back to what I was saying earlier about my people's responses to my video about, okay, you gotta watch the entire thing, but it's like no, you can't expect anybody to do that if they're not invested in these characters and then what's going on, the whole storyline and everything. It's like you can't expect them to do that. The only time you can say, okay, you need to watch, like you need to just go and watch season 2 or go ahead and watch season 3. It's like something like American Crime. Like if you watch that show American Crime, there's different storylines and different characters every season. So if it's something like that where it's serial, then I guess you can you can say that, but yeah, like I just don't to point that out.
I get what you're saying, and that's exactly where why I left that comment in there. It's like no one should have to sit through 100+ episodes in order for shit to get good.
It's like even with Breaking Bad, like I remember when I first watched that. Like I watched the first episode, I was like, huh? Cause like my sister suggested the show to me, and she let me borrow the DVD. So I watched the first episode. I was like, okay, wait, okay, how is this interesting to anybody? Then I watched the second episode. I was like, okay, this is getting slightly better. Then I watched the third episode. I was like, okay, this is amazing. I'm hooked now. You
Yeah,
know, I'm hooked on the show. And it's like if you can't get me hooked on your show within the first few episodes, then it's not very good. It's like even something else like Heroes. Heroes season one was amazing, but after Heroes season one, it just started to dip and dip and dip in quality. And as much as I like Heroes, yeah, I can admit that that show isn't very great. You know, it's not very good
yeah.
as an overall package.
Actually, same with me and Bleach. Actually, okay. I went back to Bleach after seeing like it was like got the acclaim, right? Like Hunter x Hunter did, right?
I don't remember anybody like really like
Liking Bleach out of the big
yeah,
three.
like I don't. I don't remember anybody praising that show.
Anyway, I went back to season one, like, because I always saw it on Adult Swim, but I was like, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck is this? Who the fuck is
I
that?
wanted to watch it. I wanted to watch it from day one because, like I said, I couldn't watch it because I was looking around the original Swim.
Exactly. So I went back to season one. It helped me. And then when they introduced season two, I'm like, okay, all this Soul Society shit, this is where I get lost. This is where I get lost. And then I look back and then went to season three. It's like, y'all do the same kidnapping story. Kubo really did the same shit that he did in season two. And you think they wouldn't notice? And then season four comes around. It's like, okay, he finally fights Josh Groban Eisen looking motherfucker, and he loses his powers. And then season five is like, okay, where were these Fullbringer clowns in the first season? If they were here this entire time,
I don't know. He just kept making up crap.
exactly. I'm like, how is this good? How is this? The Abridged series did it better. I'm looking at the Abridged series of Bleach, and I'm like, okay, this actually has somewhat coherency. This somewhat coherent now.
Honestly, the thing that kind of interests me about that show, it just reminded me of Yu Yu Hakusho back in the day. It just kind of reminded me of that.
Yeah,
And like speaking of that show, it felt like this is another thing. It's like even Yu Yu Hakusho, the same creator, the same dude made Hunter x Hunter, but even in that show, they trained. You got to see you what was the main dude name? Was it Yusuke or Yasuke or something like that?
it was Yosuke.
Yeah, Yusuke. Yeah, you got to see Yusuke train. You got to see him train to use his abilities, and like in this show, it didn't do that. Like even going back to Naruto with the they did the chakra control. Like I think this show should have spent some time with Gon and Killua trying to learn how to maintain their aura, but instead the dude that wrote this show he imposed this time limit at the time that they had to be back to the 200th floor, otherwise they would be disqualified. I think that was a major mistake on his part. He should have took time to see these characters struggle a little bit, so that you know when they start learning how to use Nin, when they start learning how to do these things, it's like it's more justified and it feels earned, and it feels like okay, I can invest in this character a little bit more. Because from what I'm just seeing, it's like okay, Gon just has the power. He's the man. He's the man with the skills. The boy with the skills.
Yeah, uninteresting as he is, and as uninteresting as he fucking is, which is why I can like attach myself to people like Kurapika and Killua because just like they have interesting backgrounds that I like. Which
Obviously, anybody that's like a little kid killer is someone that we're both gonna latch on to because of Sasuke,
it's
and
it's not
it's that Sasuke Vegeta type of thing.
yeah, and especially with Sasuke's character, it's like we get to see him go through this shit, and then
Right.
while Naruto has the same fucking mindset since part one, added to the fact that I gotta bring Sasuke back to the village. Oh god, I gotta bring him back. He still has that. He still has that mindset.
Yes, and oh my god, like this show, and I said this in my video, but this show does that same thing early on, but it
Yeah.
doesn't feel justified at all. I'm sorry, I don't buy the fact at that point in the show that Gon and Killua are like best pals or best friends. They literally just met, and it seems like Gon or Gon, however you want to say his name, it seems like Gon spent more time with Kurapika and Leorio, so it seems like he's more friends with them than he is with
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, that's what I didn't get at all. It's like, why are you attaching yourself
It's like really nigga, y'all like are y'all friends that quick?
that tight already? Like, what the fuck?
Like, and as soon as I realized that, I just started thinking about Suicide Squad and
Oh my god.
the dude with the fire powers,
Yeah,
El Diablo, talking
Diablo.
about nobody messes with my family, all this other
Oh,
crap. It's like you barely knew these guys.
exactly.
You had one scene with them where like y'all talking about y'all past and stuff, and like that wasn't enough.
Thank you. Thank you. That's my biggest problem. Fucking, that's another big problem with Suicide Squad. That's shit. Like,
That was the first thing that's the first thing I noticed when I first watched it the first time.
I'm like, how are y'all this tight? You guys are fucking prisoners who have to do this shit to get like shit off your sentence. To get more.
They barely communicated in that movie. But
Exactly.
let's not even get off track.
And okay. And as far as Sasuke goes, let me finish this up. Sasuke has the most character progression out of everyone in Naruto as a whole. Think about it. Revenge on Itachi.
Yep.
Fought the truth about Itachi after killing him. Wants to kill the village for what they did to Itachi. I get it. And then he has the revelation after talking to the Hokage, which he wants to change the village altogether, which gives him I want to kill the fucking Kages. But it would have made more sense if they fought first and then Kage's ass showed up. Just saying, it kind of is out of order. It's like, okay, y'all did all this shit, and for some reason, y'all still have enough energy to kick the shit out of each other. Especially in Naruto's case, which he was fighting a war for what 2-3 days tops.
I mean, Kaguya, like she was she was like an unnecessary, just an unnecessary final boss.
I just love how Kishi just made her because like, oh shit, like I made Madara 2 OP. What the fuck do I do? Oh yeah, just have Kaguya just come out of his body and make Black Zetsu just like been using him the entire time and shit. Like, just do that. Just it's like
man, yeah, man, we can go on forever about how just convoluted that plot was. That whole thing.
Just Sasuke as a whole was a better character. I get why he gets shit on all the time, but as a whole, he is a better character because he goes through fucking change. Naruto trains, yes, but his character does not change at all. Pointing that out.
Yep, that's pretty much it. That's true.
And to see Sasuke and to see Sasuke and Boruto and the last, it's like, oh my god, thank you. He finally got to this point. Mary and Sakura be damned anyway. He finally has that point. He's becoming a point in his life where it's like, okay, I have my shit figured out. I'm gonna protect what is precious to me. That's why I like him better than Naruto. Naruto's like, oh, I'm the 7th now, and I guess I'm gonna have to sit on my ass while you get stronger every day.
and man, you know what? Now that we're kind of bringing up Naruto Shippuden, it seems as though like another problem with this show. What is Gon's Gon's like his whole motivation?
To find his dad.
Oh God! And as soon as they said that, I was like, oh God,
Like
because
his
Naruto
goal.
Shippuden. At a certain point in Naruto Shippuden, when Naruto learns that the fourth is his father and bullcrap. Oh God!
And guess what? He does find him. He does find him after all that shit.
I'm
He
pretty sure he does.
he finds him. The story goes on. It goes on. It goes on.
It's like
So
I don't care about your father. Why should I care about you?
I love how Killua's whole thing is just he wants to get away from his family, his crazy ass family, and his in the mansion. That's
Yeah, like that's more interesting. It's like, okay, I raised you to be a killer, but you know what? I don't want to do that. I can kill people all day. I can kill people all day, but I don't want to do that. That's just like I just want to be friends with this dude. And that's the thing. And that goes back to what I said earlier with them like with Gon and Killua not being friends. Really, it's like there was one point, there was one episode in season one. I think it was when Killua had to fight his brother Illumi, and Leorio basically says something like, y'all are already friends." And I'm sitting there
how
like, no, you're not.
I'm like, how exactly?
They really aren't. They are two
I
people.
mean,
They are two people that met each other on a train, right? They met each other on a train. They said a few words to each other, and they got off the train, and like maybe years later they meet back up and they say a few other things to them. I guess that's like it's probably not the best analogy, but that's what I got.
honestly, God, like they met each other at the hunter exam, and then it just spawned from there. Like okay, and they're that tight already. Like if anything, Hunter x Hunter could have been like Killua getting away from his family and just having and finding another purpose as he journeys on. Rather than
Yeah, that sounds way more interesting.
Gon fucking finding his fucking daddy.
It's like like okay, let's say the first episode, we see Killua kill somebody. Like it just starts off from his perspective. I think this show would have been better if he was the main character. To
Yeah,
be honest.
honestly, because it shifts to him later on down the line anyway. Because Gon gets his ass injured because he uses that giant form. Just look this shit up. It's like what the fuck was he on? And it just shifts anyway. So
Now, well, go ahead. I'll let you finish.
it could have been chronicling at the beginning. It could have been chronicling like how Killua became who he is and whatnot, and pretty much leading toward the hunter exam. He still fails. But he's like, I don't want to fucking do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be near your crazy asses anymore. I want to find another purpose. There you go. Okay, go ahead.
I need to ask you this: did they ever explain? Did they ever explain how he's like healing so fast? Because there have been two times. It might have been three times, but I think there's two that I can only remember. The time where Gon gets his arm broken, right?
Yeah.
And then there's the other time where he gets hurt during the fight with the Beyblade guy, right?
Yeah.
And he gets injured both of those times. And oh yeah, he also gets the guy that was hunting him during the I want to say the phase 4 of the hunter exam when he shot that thing at him and like it paralyzed him. All in those instances, Gon ends up recovering. He ends up recovering very very quickly. And does the show justify that at all? Because one of the episodes I saw yesterday, after he gets beat up in the match, right?
Yeah.
And Killua says something to him like, the doctor said that you're not gonna heal up for like 4 months or whatever. And I want to say it was like maybe the next episode. Gon is like Killua comes into the room and Gon is training and he's walking around. He's jumping around like everything is
Oh
okay.
yeah. I know exactly what you're
He's
talking about.
completely healed up. Like does it explain that?
I don't think so. To my knowledge, I don't think that's ever explained. He just has fast metabolism, like he has fucking Karama in his system or some shit.
Yeah, and that was the first thing I was thinking of. I was like, look, in Naruto they justified it. In Dragon Ball Z they justified it. In
Yeah,
Naruto
because they
the justification is the nine-tailed fox.
for Dragon Ball
That's how
Z.
he's that's that's how he's able to heal himself so quickly. And in Dragon Ball Z, Super Saiyans, every time they get beaten up, they get stronger.
Which is it is such bullshit. Looking back on it, it's like, what, y'all get stronger on the brink of death?
I mean, it mattered. It actually it worked in Dragon Ball Z Kai, up to a certain point. It did in the first, I would say maybe the first two seasons.
And don't forget sensu beans.
Oh yeah, that too.
Don't forget the fucking sensu beans. Don't forget the beans. But it's not explained. I don't think it's ever explained, to my knowledge, anyway.
And I think that's pretty much all of the criticisms that I had with this show. I don't think it's very good. It's not bad. I said something to somebody that commented on my video. I said that I could almost stomach Super more than I can this show. Maybe I was going a little bit too far with that, but yeah, it's not like the best thing that I've seen.
Yeah, it's like it could be better. It could be better. I really think it could have succeeded in a killer's redemption type story. Like, seriously.
And here's the thing, because I've said it before, but it feels like if I would have saw this show years ago, like in 2005 when Naruto came out or whatever, I think I would have fallen in love with this show.
Yeah,
possibly. But it's like I was just watching it because I was bored this whole week and everything like that. And I just wanted to clear out the space on my DVR, so it's like, okay, let me go ahead and watch this show just like I did with Gundam, with Iron Blooded Orphans show. By the way, it just felt like at a certain point you kind of get tired of seeing the same kind of shonen tropes, the same type of tropes, the same type of storyline, especially with all these shonen shows. They kind of follow the same thing. I think that's why something like One Punch Man is actually a good show to me. Like that was a refresher, for me. And keep in mind, I've only seen about maybe 2, maybe 3 episodes of that show, but it was able to I was able to be able I was hooked on that show. Or well, not, I guess hooked isn't the wrong word. Hooked is the wrong word, but I guess the word that I'm looking for is it was interesting. It was entertaining. I got what it was going for.
Yeah.
From day one, from that first episode, it's like, okay, I can get into it. I just never sat down and watched the entire day.
One Punch Man got me hooked first episode. I'm like, oh my god, this is fucking priceless with the fucking hero references and shit. So something big and bad could just show up and he could just oh shit, wow, that sucks.
And usually you know me by now. You really do.
Yeah.
You know how I am. I'm very dismissive of a lot of things that people like, whether we're talking about anime or films or whatever. Something like Attack on Titan, I thought that was overrated. Kill la Kill, overrated. Sword Art Online, that show is trash.
Oh
yeah. During the past few years, we have both kind of looked at these shows that everybody else said was great, and then we made our own judgments. We made our own critiques on it and everything. And it feels like this is one of those shows where because this is considered, I guess you can say, Hunter x Hunter is a classic. Is a classic to a lot of people, especially the 1999 version, like you were saying earlier. So I felt like me as somebody who likes anime and everything like that, I kind of felt like also I needed to at least give it a try. Shows were like what I said in my video is like watch it from episode 12 at least, and maybe you can kind of get into it better. Like if you're feeling kind of like how I'm feeling,
Yeah.
especially in the beginning.
I can see where it's beloved too. Like I get it. I get where it I get where it really starts getting good. But you shouldn't have to fucking sit through 100+ episodes in order for something to get good. You just shouldn't.
Because keep in mind like the video. Oh, go ahead. I didn't mean to you
Um,
know.
I get it. I get it. We're both like that. We're both like that to an extent. It's like I give shows like a 3-episode count until it starts getting good. If you don't hook me by 3 episodes, I'm done. I put you down. I fucking super kick you and I curb stomp you into the ground. You know, you're fucking done. You're curb stomp. Next. Give me something. Give me something else that I can watch. So if you don't hook me by 3 episodes, you're done. That's it. Like, and go ahead, man.
I mean, I was just gonna say that like my video. Keep in mind that that's not a review. That's not like a review of the like. I never labeled it as a review. So a
That's
lot of
true.
those people, a lot of those people saying that like I shouldn't pass judgment on it. Look, man, I'm just telling you how I feel about it based on my experience with it, based on the episodes that I watched. So
Yeah.
like if I said okay, this is a review for the entire series, then I guess you can say like you didn't watch the entire series, so you need to shut up and watch the entire series first before you do a review.
No, don't listen to them.
I won't.
Don't
Like, I
don't
won't
fuck.
do it.
I know you. You're right. I do know you enough to know it's like no. You're not gonna fucking listen to them. You'll put it down. Now, which I'm surprised is like you're still watching this. You're still
Because
going.
it's on my DVR, and like I'm just trying to watch everything that's up there because my mother seems to safeguard the DVR. She looks at the space on the DVR. She's like, yeah, you need to watch some of those shows. It's like, okay, so what do you want me to do? I'm steady trying to apply for jobs and stuff, and so it's like, so I like, do you want me to keep applying for jobs? Do I need you want me to just stop applying for jobs and doing what I need to do and just watch all these shows? I don't know, man. But yeah, those are pretty much our thoughts on Hunter x Hunter. Uh, leave your comments down below. I'm pretty sure y'all gonna like hate on us.
Gonna slam the jam on this one because we pretty much
Like
roasted it.
y'all about to slander our names. Like
Um.
because we like pretty much spoke slander against your show, against your favorite show. Like
Oh, it
that's
ain't,
understandable.
dude. It
I
ain't
mean
like,
everybody got their own taste.
dude. It ain't like this isn't the first time we've been almost roasted over the fucking soup pot of anime lovers. Okay.
Honestly, I don't remember us doing a discussion on an anime at like this one length. Like we never gone into it like this.
Well, we've had a lot to say for this one because it's like we kind of both shit. We shared a
And this
both.
is based off of 36 episodes, so you can imagine
Dude,
having rewatched the entire series.
because I fucking gave up and I looked ahead and I'm like, why is this so beloved? And I started looking at videos to actually get more of a hint of why this is so beloved. And I'm like, okay, I get it, but you're telling me I have to watch this bitch until episode 100, whatever. So,
If you grew up on it, or if you saw the original, then yeah, I can kind of see like if you saw that before Naruto, then you're like, okay, time. But you saw I guess Naruto is the evolution or just a more better like a better version of that to an extent.
I think that's all we got to say.
Yep, that's all we got to say on that.
Go
Now,
ahead, Tribesman.
you also brought to my attention that was the 10th anniversary of.
Shippuden. Good God.
I think it would be kind of cool to kind of just talk about that show just a little bit, even though we talked about that show
Enough.
to death.
Enough
Yeah,
to fill out a fucking phone
yeah,
book
but
at this point between both of our channels together. It's like, okay, we could fill out a phone book of our opinions on this show, both part 1 and part 2, and even the manga, because why not?
so let's kind of just talk about what it did right.
Okay.
Because I spent a lot of time talking about Naruto Part One and how I love Naruto Part One and how it's so like way better than Hunter X Hunter for different reasons. Like let's talk about Naruto Shippuden and what it did right. There's a lot of things that Naruto messed up on. Maybe like 2/3, maybe like 2/4 or 3/4 the way through the story, but there's still some good things about it.
Okay. You go first.
Yeah, you can go first.
Okay, what it did right was I already said it, like it fleshed out Sasuke's character. Whether you want to give that a plus or a negative, I find it a definite plus because he found his niche.
You're lagging, man.
Oh, great. Oh.
Lagging.
All right, hold on. Let me. Now?
Want to turn down. You might want to just like turn down your bandwidth or whatever.
Okay, it sounds very low.
You just switch it to audio only.
Okay. Now?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay. Okay, whether you want to give Sasuke's character growth a plus or a negative, like what was he going to do if he, got dragged to the village after Tachi got killed or he died? So there'd be no more progression there. Like he would still believe the lies afterwards and shit. I find that his character progression is probably the best part of Shippuden because we get to see him change more and more, whether it be for the worst or for the best.
Right.
God, because some of his actions did not work with me sometimes. I'm not even gonna say it's all perfect. Good God, like attacking the Kage's like
yeah,
straight.
It's definitely not.
Like attacking the Kage straight up, like by yourself. What the fuck? You haven't even had those eyes for like good 10 minutes, and you literally got your ass whooped by B. If your team was not there to revive your neck, by the way, he would have legitimately died right then and there.
I think one thing that I thought that this show did well was a lot of the character deaths, with the exception of Neji, because the way Neji died, I still thought that I was like freaking retarded. Like he dies from a piece of wood, essentially. But besides Neji, Jiraiya's death, I'll always remember Jiraiya's death.
Oh God.
And also Asuma's death, and really that whole arc, which was, I guess you can say, season 4 or season 5, whichever you want to say. I thought that was a really well done season. It really it grew it brought character development for all of Shikamaru's team, but also Naruto, and it did it the way it was done. It was done very masterfully, and it was done in a very cool way where we got to see Naruto training to basically learn this new technique to take Hidan down and Kakasu. And I just the way that Shikamaru's reaction was to Asuma's death and how that impacted him. I like all of that. Loved all of it.
Yeah, that was probably one of the best.
It's one of my favorite. I think it is one of my favorite arcs from Naruto Shippuden.
Oh, most definitely. Like we could sing the praise of that all we want because, like, It struck him the laziest but smartest one so hard that he actually started doing shit. It's like, okay, it shifted off of Naruto for him. What? Good. Keep it like this for a second.
You know, and not only him, but like Choji also kind of grew a little bit after that too. I can't really say about Ino. Like, there's a lot of side characters in like Naruto that just don't get enough spotlight.
Or just don't need to be needed at all. I'm looking at you, Sai. I'm especially looking at Sai.
And Shino. I don't know why everybody forget. Like, here's the thing: when everybody talks about the useless characters in Naruto, they always try to they always want to point out two characters, or three actually. Sai, Kiba, and Tenten. But nobody points out Shino. It's like, what? But Shino is the most irrelevant character out of all of them.
And this man is wearing like a fucking like glass mask in Boruto. I'm like, what the fuck is this turban shit you got on? This is the most notable thing about your ass right now. On your fucking face.
Man, that is one character like even the show kind of knows that he's irrelevant at one point. Like, Naruto constantly forgot his name and forgot who he is, forgot how he looked like and stuff like that. And then they left him behind when they went to go get Sasuke the first time in part 1.
Yeah, it becomes a running joke. Like, that's terrible. That's absolutely terrible. The pale bitch who doesn't wear a proper shirt has more screen time than the guy who can literally infect people with bugs at command. But okay, whatever. I never got that. It's like, Sai's ass gets more screen time than you, and you can literally infect people to eat someone's heart with bugs. I don't get it. I mean,
it's not even that he didn't have like a cool ability or whatever. It's just that he wasn't fleshed out at all. They barely used him. I mean, Kiba was just there. Like, Kiba was just there to talk smack. He was basically Yamcha.
Oh God, after part 1, it's like Kiba's character just dropped too. I'm like, ugh. Yeah.
Like, if your name wasn't Naruto and Sasuke, here's something that the show didn't do right though.
Oh yes.
Because and Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super has the same problem where, like, if your name isn't Naruto and Sasuke, if your name ain't Vegeta and Goku and Dragon Ball Z or whatever, it's like you don't get a power up and you don't really matter.
No, pretty much that pretty much is essentially it. Like, they get the fucking god powers. They literally go to I guess Naruto's version of Jesus and get powers from him. Really think about this. Kaguya is God. The Sage of Six Paths is literally Jesus. They get powers from Jesus to take on God. What Pretty the much. Fuck? Like, what the fuck? And everyone is in fucking Renegon cocoons from a tree. I swear this man was smoking.
Everybody else is just useless at that point.
I swear this man was smoking something. And as far as Goku goes, okay, I'm getting a little off topic here, but I brought them up because but I think Goku is a fucking villain right now, because if you look at Super and where they are with the survival arc, Goku is a fucking villain because he puts his universe in for the tournament that they have to win now. So if they don't win, he is going to get everyone killed. And despite all that, he's put everyone's universe in this shit now. Essentially,
wow. That sounds like a Goku thing to do, though, because he's always been about fighting. Like, that's the first thing that's on his mind. Like, he doesn't really think about anything else. Like, he doesn't think about any of the consequences. And like that's characterized. That's God dang, I can't even say the word.
Characterization.
Yeah, thank you. You got me. You know
Yeah.
that's something that, again, going back to Hunter x Hunter, gone just lacks that.
Uh,
But continue.
okay. Yeah. So essentially, like, Goku is the fucking real villain of Super now, and people are actually calling Toriyama out for it. And now people are like, Toriyama really hated this heroic Goku persona anyway. Originally, this was what he was supposed to act like, and
What?
I'm just like, okay, okay, Super's just adding more gasoline than an already lit fire that it's made? Can it die already? Because we're having them face like fucking wolves and shit, fucking
Yeah,
wolves.
have you seen those new? I think I might have showed you it. The new gods, the 12 gods.
Uh huh.
And I told you about the fact that some of those gods weren't made by, I guess, the designs or whatever, or something wasn't made by Akira. And so it's like those people that said, GT isn't canon. So I guess that ain't canon anymore either.
I guess he can.
Like you can't choose. Like it's so dumb because it's like you can't choose what doesn't count or not. It's like I get the whole thing is like GT didn't have a manga, so it didn't count. It's like that's a poor excuse. Like no matter what happens to Dragon Ball Super, to me, GT exists. It existed. It happened. Goku went back with the dragon. That's all I need to know. He went back with the dragon.
Yeah, he saw his like, I guess his nephew or grandson grow up and have a little fucking Goku and Vegeta in the future fight, and their fucking kids and
Right.
shit. We saw that. So if anything, I say like GT just did another timeline. If anything.
Exactly, and that was the thing. Like before Dragon Ball Super aired, I was like, this could be a good thing. This could possibly be a good thing because they can tie it in. They can tie it in without screwing anything up. They can say, okay, that happened in another universe, or that happened in a parallel timeline, and they can have Goku visit that timeline, and then you can see it's like, okay, so that did count, but that was a different timeline, or that was a different universe, and so
Exactly.
now now it makes sense that Dragon Ball Super is here.
But no. Let's just
But
do our
nope,
own thing.
then do that.
No, let's just have her do our own thing.
That would
Super
make
Saiyan,
too much sense. That would make too
Super
much sense.
No, Super Saiyan 4 don't make no sense, but Super Saiyan Blue and Red and Rose and all this other shit works.
Right.
Giving Trunks powers at the yin yang that rival Kirito makes sense. Black Goku not killing Trunks. This would make Zamasu a very fucking horrible villain, by the way. You think he would have fucking killed Trunks rather than fucking toy with him. You know, if Zamasu was that fucking smart, as he likes to believe, he would have killed Trunks and not, it would have just done away with it. But no.
I mean, like, well, I haven't gotten to that. I've just seen little bits and pieces
I tied it
from like
together.
yeah.
I tied it together and looking over people ranting on his ass. I'm just like, and y'all think this is a good fucking villain? He's practically another Cell, except he wants to extinguish human beings because he thinks they're inferior. But for some fucking reason, he admired Goku enough to fucking body jack his ass. Okay.
Which already happened. It's already been done. That's something that like I don't see how anybody could have gotten excited about Goku Black because it's like they did that already. It's called Captain Ginyu. It's
Yeah.
called body change.
And what makes it even worse is like you guys gave Vegito, you gave the Batara earrings a fucking timer.
Yeah,
Damn it.
He just basically said everything. Like Akira basically just said, okay, everything that you assumed, because I guess that time limit thing, like it was that whole thing with like I remember, I think Boo absorbed Vegito.
Yeah, he got
While Goku and Vegeta were fused, but we assumed that time limit or something happened to where they were like able to separate,
I
and it's
thought
just like it's like you establish rules for your universe and everything like that and your anime. You need to stick to those rules. You don't just make up stuff for the sake of the sake of the plot.
for the sake of
And
a shit.
that's what that seems like. That's what that certainly sounds like.
It is, and essentially it's like it's. I thought why they like defused is because of the shit going on in Boo's body, and he just
Yeah,
didn't.
yeah, that was everybody's assumption.
Yeah, why not keep that? Honestly, it would have been super more.
Like when you use the Batara earrings, the whole thing was you're fused for life. And then now there's just there's a time limit.
I mean, we could have gotten a fucking
Why? And why is there a time limit? Because of the plot. Because the plot needs it.
yeah, because
Because we can't have Goku. We can't have Goku and Vegeta stuck together the whole time.
oh, why not? I mean, the plot. I mean, why the fuck not? The plot's already to them anyway. I mean, just make it on Vegito then.
Right. It's
I
like
mean,
everything is everything is Goku and Vegeta the entire time, and none of the other characters matter. So you might as well just make it the Vegito show.
essentially, that's what it should have went to, rather than, oh, nah, fools, you got a time limit on this shit, so you better kick his ass while you can. No, essentially, they could have just fucking fused regularly, made Blue Vegito, fucking get fan art of that shit going. Why not?
And you know what? Because they didn't use they didn't use the fusion dance, so they could have done that.
Exactly my point. I don't get it.
It's not like they never introduced that idea that Goku and Vegeta can do that, but Vegeta, like, here's the thing, because at that time Vegeta was like, okay, I'm not doing that ridiculous dance. I still remember when he said that. But then look at how he acted in Battle of the Gods, and even in I think in the anime he also did a little like dancing and like shuck and jiving
Oh God, yeah,
for Beerus.
yeah. He's
Look how he acted then.
he's
Like
done it.
there's no way that Vegeta, there's no way that he still feels like he's above that at this point.
No, especially
Like
how
they could have done the fusion dance, and then he could have avoided basically retconning his own established like lore.
get a Batara earrings and such. Yeah, it
Yeah,
would
it's like,
also,
well, you didn't even have to use the earrings. Just do the fusion dance.
and essentially you would have made Gogeta fucking canon, like what everyone fucking wants.
Also,
I mean, also, and what makes it even worse though, right? You won't have
all
Gogeta
this canon
canon,
crap pissing me off.
huh?
like all that canon, all like this idea, this argument, like because I know a lot of people argue about what's canon, what's not canon, all that crap. That just it irks me. It's like I don't care. Like if I see it, if I see a Dragon Ball Z thing, it happened. It happened.
Yeah,
Period. I don't care. I don't care if it doesn't make any sense to like the timeline or whatever. It's like, okay, this happened in this Dragon Ball Z movie, but that doesn't necessarily fit with all the other things that happened. Because guess what? It's like the X-Men movies. It's like
uh,
all this stuff happened, and you can't really follow it at
yeah,
this point.
exactly. Yeah, but you don't have a Gogeta canon, but you'll have a fucking female Broly canon.
I was about to
What
bring
the?
that up.
I'm like,
About
what
to
the
bring it up.
fuck ever, dude. I'm like, really? You don't canon this, but you'll canon this.
And people
What the
people
fuck?
actually, I think there were some people that are actually like happy about that. It was like, okay, well, Broly ain't canon now. Now she's the legendary Super Saiyan or whatever. Either way, he can even tie that into Broly somehow. And like Broly has to be canon because technically, like his whole background, his whole story is connected to Goku, like when they were babies. So not making him canon wouldn't even make any sense. Him not being canon.
He's the definition of a giant fucking baby. He's so stupid, but he's so cool. He's so stupid, yet he's so cool. So badass, but
I
so
mean, they made the female. I guess like from the little preview that I saw, they're kind of making the female Super Saiyan like the Hulk. She just
that makes it
completely
worse.
hulks out and becomes the legendary Super Saiyan.
That makes it so much worse. Why is
But like,
why
but like
why?
to be fair, Broly's first form, like when Broly doesn't have like the Super Saiyan hair or whatever, he's a lot thinner. He's a lot smaller. So I mean, there
Okay.
could be something if he's smart. If Akira Toriyama is smart, he can somehow tie that together.
He's not.
But
He's not. I mean,
no, it's not even that he's not. It's not even that he's not. He just doesn't care. Like I've said before, he does not care.
I mean, and this is the same guy who fucking took, and then again, get this, Trunks' whole universe, his universe as a whole, is gone because Goku summoned that little shit known as Xeno, and he's the ultimate god that whatever the fuck he's supposed to be, and he pretty much just like, I guess poofed Trunks' whole universe away. And yet Trunks go back. Trunks go back in time anyway, and I'm like, how? He has nothing to go back to. Took it away. He beat Zamasu, but Zamasu consumed the fucking universe. How does
that's
it work?
the thing. That's the thing about time travel and in multiple universes.
I'm like,
you gotta be real smart about that. I don't care what your show is, if it's Dragon Ball Super, if it's Fringe, or The Flash, or whatever.
Jack 2.
Like you got to be really, really careful about how you write that stuff because you're gonna end up having some plot holes if you're not careful.
And Super has more than enough plot holes. Honestly,
I'm pretty sure.
Honestly, God, man, from what I've read and from what I've seen, people ran on this. It's like Super does not measure up to Z or even GT at all.
Okay? Man, I still wish I had my GT review up because I deleted the review. I deleted my review for Dragon Ball GT because I was trying to see if I could get a sponsorship with I think it was Cursil or whatever. So I guess they put a copyright strike on it, and I didn't even do anything. Like I wasn't even really using material from the show. So, but I just kind of wish I still had that trying around.
Yeah,
you just mentioned
it. Shit, man, like Super, especially where they are now, that Goku is the prime cause of them being in this fucking tournament. It's like, you know what could have made this better if Vegito got them in this situation, and we have like Vegito versus pretty much the fucking world. Why not? Because you don't care. You don't care. These idiotic super fans, they're the obvious ones that will just eat up anything you throw out at this point. And yes, I'm going full brand mode at this point. I don't give a fuck. Hate me.
I mean, those people probably think that anybody that doesn't like Dragon Ball Super isn't a real Dragon Ball Z fan.
Oh, excuse the fuck out of me. I'm sorry for not liking this chronic piece of shit. Because I sat through GT, I sat through Z, I sat through Dragon Ball 1. Okay, I know this enough. I know the material enough. I bought your fucking games. I've been with this enough to know what works and what doesn't.
Yeah, you bought Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2.
I did not buy it.
You bought Xenoverse 2.
I did not buy it, remember?
Oh, yeah, that's right. You did it. You did it.
Christmas present.
You still own it.
Yeah, and get this. The one thing that they actually made good about that game, it comes in a secret fucking ending where it's like Trunks actually goes back to save Gohan, and you have the choice whether to just leave that time alone or get Trunks' ass back and stop him from doing that.
So I guess that's gonna be Xenoverse 3 is I guess something happens because I guess it's gonna go with that ending that Trunks saves Gohan, and I guess it's gonna be some other type of thing that happens.
Yeah, but he knew better. He fucking knew better. I'm like, okay, you know what? Put me back to before he went to his ass and let me pull his ass back out. Because I kept wondering, like, where the hell's my character at? Where the hell am I at? Like, where the hell am I at to stop this? He should not be here. And Trunks knows better than just, like, do whatever the fuck you want. If that was the case, then I would have. My point is, like, that was the only time where it's like, okay, you gave me a choice. Why couldn't the whole game be like this then?
Honestly, it needs to be for Xenoverse 3. I think they need to. I've said this before. There needs to be I guess there needs to be something like Infamous, where like you can choose to do certain things,
I've been
and like
saying
all like all of your choices will impact the story. That type of thing. They need to stop relying on that same thing of like they like somebody from the timeline ends up getting like overpowered or whatever because of I forgot what it's called.
because of the dark magic of some shit.
Yeah. That it's like the it's like Xenoverse 2 just kept it was basically a repeat of Xenoverse 1, you
Oh
know.
yeah, pretty much. It was pretty much that.
All right, so I think that's all we unless you have something else to say about Dragon Ball Super. So at least we got to talk about Super today, right?
Yeah, it's just, okay. Last thoughts. Let's saying on Super. Okay, y'all can hate me for this all you want. Y'all can fucking try to put me on a tribal wall or get a wanted poster out my ass. I don't care.
What?
Wanted poster for talking shit about Super.
What?
I don't know. I don't know. Point is, Super shit. Its concept is just garbage. I take Super 17. I take the Shadow Dragons. I take Super Saiyan 4 over any other Super Saiyan form that they give us now. Because it's just nothing but colors.
I heard they're gonna give us a new one pretty soon.
Let me get the rope. Let me get the fucking rope. So, and honestly, it does not have that badass feel that GT has. Because remember, every time that Goku went to Super Saiyan 4, you felt like, oh, shit's gonna go down today.
Right.
Shit's gonna go down right now. Shit's gonna go down today. I don't get that every time he goes Super Saiyan Blue. Okay? Every time I see it, I'm like, this is appalling. This is absolutely appalling.
Now you know what? Just to go back to what you said about Goku and Vegeta staying as Vegito. They could have done that. They could have done it where like they are stuck as Vegito, and I guess they have to maybe use the Dragon Balls again. Like maybe they could have done that where like they had to gather the Dragon Balls in order to wish themselves separated.
Yeah.
And they could have had a whole arc about that, and where like something might happen if they use the Dragon Balls to do that. Something crazy might happen.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, it wouldn't be unprecedented because GT did it with like Goku being turned into a kid, even though a lot of people hated that. But at least Akira Toriyama wouldn't had gone back on something that he had already established to be, this is how the Batara earrings, like this is how these earrings work. And he just like went back on it.
I mean, and shit, he's made the Super Dragon Balls now, so they're a thing. So I could see that.
Oh my god, what?
Oh yeah, you don't know about that? Oh yeah, the Super Dragon Balls fucking are like the big all end all Dragon Balls now. So
now we got the Dragon Balls, the Super Dragon Balls, and the Black Star Dragon Balls,
the Namekian Dragon Balls.
and the Namekian Dragon Balls.
I forgot to mention that.
So what do they do differently than the regular Dragon Balls? Do they like grant like 5 wishes or something?
Probably. I'm like,
Oh, they haven't gathered them yet.
I think that's how Zamasu got as Black Goku. Actually,
Oh my god! Like it's like if you enter. Oh my god! Because I was about to say before you said that's how that character got introduced and everything. I was about to say they could have introduced those Super Dragon Balls as being like the only way that Vegito, like the only way that they can separate, because they ended up using that during the fight, but then that kind of like that wouldn't work.
yeah. So this man wasted a fucking wish getting getting Goku's body, and pretty much going back in time to meet his former self. And I guess in another fucking timeline, so they can fucking hook up. I don't fucking like. You see how fucking confusing this shit is?
Even somebody tried to explain it to me in that video I made, and they even said it was stupid.
Wow.
I was like, yeah, this sounds very dumb.
Wow. Yeah, so they had the Super Dragon Balls. So I guess they could have made a fucking arc about that, and especially like Vegeta wanting to fight someone as powerful as he is, and we could have gotten that Vegeta versus Beerus fight because everyone and their mama was like, oh, who's Vegeta gonna fight now that they're fused? Ever since that preview popped up. So
I don't even know what else to say about this. We killed it.
I love how you were just like gobsmacked about like, oh my god, this is so stupid.
Because it is.
Exactly my point. That's like, I could rant on this for an hour and it still would. I'll be like, y'all defend this. And I'll just be sitting there like, y'all defend this. Y'all defend this. Y'all defend this. Okay. Y'all think it's fucking lit. Y'all think it's all this shit. Okay. Continue thinking that. And y'all say GT is shit. And y'all say GT is garbage. At least GT was coherent with his shit.
I think a lot of people just like to jump on the bandwagon.
I hate the Shadow Dragons, man. I mean, seriously, they waste wishes. Ooh, I fucking wish for panties, for God's sake. One of them was from that wish. I'm just like,
what?
I'm like, there's the continuity. There's some continuity with that shit. But, nah. I take Omega Shenron. I take the Big Bang Kamehameha over.
Yeah, man, like the Shadow Dragons were like the best. They were one of the best parts about GT and also Super Saiyan 4. Like really, if they were to just cut out the first part of GT, it's not that bad.
Oh yeah, baby, the whole baby arc.
Exactly. Like there were good arcs there. It was just that first arc. It was that first arc that nobody cared about. It was like, why'd y'all make him like? And I get their justification for doing it because they thought that that people like Dragon Ball, so let's make Goku a kid again. And like that was the dumbest thing. Like if they didn't do that, I believe if they didn't do that, I think people would be more accept, like they would accept GT a lot more.
Yeah, it probably would have been more well received if they kept him as an adult. But they shat on that, and especially like the Super Saiyan 4 transformation from him being a kid, and it's like Super Saiyan 4, it turns into a full grown adult again. I'm like, huh? I'm like, your balls dropped.
Yeah, that
again. I'm like, this man's balls dropped every time he went to Super Saiyan 4. I'm like, okay, can he just somehow train as this and just stay like this? Like, this is how you can sneak this one by.
Right.
I'm like, can he just train as Super Saiyan 4 for a while and just so he gets used to this form all together so he can just stay like this? Or, y'all wish that he could become an adult again. It's not that fucking hard.
I just noticed something. Did they ever show? I don't know how far you are in Dragon Ball Super, but did they ever show how Goku and Vegeta got Super Saiyan Blue?
No, they no. Remember, they fucking train with Whis and shit, and that's how they
Like,
ended
did they
up.
ever show them actually like training and then like first transforming to it? Like that's something that I guess like maybe I'm just holding on to
The training
a lot of the old. Well, go ahead.
The training and earning your form or power.
Yeah, like maybe I'm holding on to some of the old conventions that we saw, growing up with Dragon Ball, where like they would discover Super Saiyan for like the first time or something, or like Gohan goes Super Saiyan for the first time, because it's like going back to Hunter X Hunter just a little bit. Just like going back to that just a little bit, because this is something that I forgot to mention, but it's like it's that thing. Like I guess the best comparison to it is like how in the Buu saga, as much as I liked a lot of things about the Buu saga, the Buu saga is when, and we both know this, the Buu saga is when Super Saiyan just wasn't special anymore.
Yeah,
because everybody was just able to go Super Saiyan without showing the work. showing the work, without showing these characters training. So like Goten goes Super Saiyan. Well, we get to see the first time, and that's just the thing. We get to see the first time that Goten goes Super Saiyan, and we get to see. Well, actually, well, yeah. We get to see the first time Goten goes Super Saiyan because of a flashback with him and Chi Chi, and then with Trunks, he goes Super Saiyan. He goes Super Saiyan, in front of Vegeta, but we don't really get to see them ever train to kind of achieve that.
No.
And even Super Saiyan 3, I don't remember Goku. I don't remember ever seeing Goku ever like going Super Saiyan
Burning
3
that.
for the first time during his training. I don't remember them ever showing that.
No, me either. Like he just does it right in front of Majin Buu, and he's like, "This is new," and then music kicks in, and then it just became epic. Just from that, it's like we just forgot. It's
and
so
I still remember that music. I still remember it to this day because that's something that I'll always remember is him going Super Saiyan 3.
It's like that's how they can snake
well,
by with
go
that.
ahead.
It's like that's how they snuck by with that because it's like, oh shit, this music kicks ass. This theme kicks ass. The form kicks ass. I completely forgot. It's like, oh,
it's crazy because like Super Saiyan 3, it was just there. Like it didn't help them kill Majin Buu.
nope.
It was just another form, and just to kind of connect things with what I'm talking about, with Hunter X Hunter, just to get to my point with that, is just that I think when when I saw that was the point where like in any shonen from now on, you need to show me the work, especially when you introduce this form that is supposed to be hard to obtain, or you introduce something that is like very hard for like most people to do. You need to show me the work. Just show me the work. Just show me these characters training. Show me these characters getting excited for the first time that they get to use this form. Like I don't know, like that. Like that's my reasoning behind all that I said earlier about Gon and everything. Like
We rather see the
that's
work.
it.
We rather see the work being put in rather than them just earning it. Then it's like, oh, they automatically have it
Yeah,
without
and it's
any
like
of the work.
yeah, and it's like if you don't want to spend too much time on that, you can always do a montage.
Exactly. Like nothing's wrong with montage. Just show us how they got to that point. He wouldn't complain. But no, they just have it. They just have it, and especially. And Vegeta doesn't even get Super Saiyan God. He just has Super Saiyan Blue right out the fucking bat. It's like,
Yes, that's another thing because it's
what the
like
fuck?
Vegeta doesn't even get Super Saiyan 3. He
That
doesn't follow progression.
he's worse.
He has no steady progression. He's like Super Saiyan, and his Super Saiyan 2 form isn't technically like Super Saiyan 2. They just call it Super Vegeta, I guess. But it's like
Yeah.
Super Saiyan, Super Vegeta, or Super Saiyan 2, and then it's like, okay, jump from like Super Saiyan 2 to Super Saiyan God. Well, the Super Saiyan God Blue, you didn't even become a Super Saiyan God first. You became Super Saiyan God Blue, or Super Saiyan Blue, whatever.
And people bitch on Sasuke for getting shit left and right. No. Vegeta's the worst out of the two. No. He just,
By
you're right.
the end of Naruto, Kishimoto, he was just throwing out. He was just giving away power ups, and like he just kept giving them power ups, and more power ups. Just like he was like Oprah Winfrey. He's just like you get a power up, you get a power up. But if your name ain't Naruto, if your name isn't Naruto or Sasuke, then yeah.
If you're not
Kakashi. Let's not forget Kakashi.
Oh god.
Because Kakashi, I almost forgot that gave this. I almost forgot he got the use of his other eye.
Yeah, this man just instantly knows how to use the fucking Susanoo and shit. I'm like, what? How?
Like power ups. Like power ups.
How does this man know how to do that?
Everybody get a power up.
You give a fuck. You give a fuck if your name is Uchiha, Uzumaki, or Hitake. You get a power up. All the rest of you bitches can fuck off.
Right.
Anyway, just Super makes no sense. Super makes no fucking sense. This man doesn't even. You're right. This man doesn't even have Super Saiyan 3. And I remember it being for Raging Blast for Raging Blast in Raging Blast 2, it's like they put it in the game. Why isn't this canon? Why isn't
It's
this
like,
canon?
why didn't you even? What's the point of even introducing Super Saiyan 3? Like, what's the point? And you didn't even let like that's crazy because Go Tanks even goes Super Saiyan 3.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't even earn Super Saiyan 2. He just goes right for 3. What?
So is it like Go Tanks is suddenly way stronger than Vegeta? Can we all assume that now?
We can't assume that because
But nah. What I'm saying in like Dragon Ball Z, like in regular Dragon Ball Z, like Go Tanks is technically stronger than Vegeta at that point.
probably. Probably. I hate to say it, but yeah, probably. I think,
And we know that like power levels and all that crap. It's just like it's a joke.
especially
But it's
now.
I think it's always meant to be a joke. But you introduced this transformation that was supposed to be this big thing, and like now it's just become a running joke to the point where you're not even really trying with the names and stuff.
Especially in Super now. It's like, okay, okay. What's Rose's level supposed to be? Uh, what Super Saiyan Vegeto's level supposed to be? Okay, he's powerful in both the merge, the fusion of Zamasu and Goku. Now, what the fuck? What? What? Wait. If that's the case, Vegito can beat Beerus's ass if they kept him like that. Oh,
Because like now here's the thing: did Vegito ever go Super Saiyan God Blue or whatever?
no,
Super
he
Saiyan Blue.
just he instantly went Super Saiyan Blue. That's it.
You would think like Super Saiyan Blue plus Super Saiyan Blue would like equal something like freaking amazing or something.
Or he gives a fucking shade of purple or something. I don't know. God, it's just
Super
it's
Saiyan Purple.
it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
I'm telling you, Super Saiyan White is probably next.
Can just make them Kais at this point. Fucking make those two
Man, I was
Kais.
watching Dragon Ball Super on on Saturday, and the whole time Piccolo's like, "Oh my God, he's a god." He's like, "Beerus is a god." It's like what? I was just sitting there, just like, "Wow, like you're a god too." Like that's what kami means. It means God. You fuse with a god. You're a god. So what the heck?
Yeah,
It's like,
Piccolo make no damn sense, and
like
it's like,
aren't the Kai's gods? Like that's why this god crap doesn't make any sense.
especially now. Actually,
Uh,
hold on. I think one more thing. One more thing. I think GT's biggest sin for me is the fact that Trunks and Goten never fucking fused once. They never fused.
what? Oh, and GT, I thought they did.
No, I don't. No, they never did.
Oh,
Think hard. Think real hard. I don't remember ever.
I don't think they did either. Let me
A
see.
Team Gotenks would have helped. Would have helped. And they completely shat on Oob, considering he's the man for
Yeah, where is he?
Where the fuck? Oh my god, where the fuck is he in Super at? What the fuck? Just remember this shit.
Seriously, like that was the whole point of him making Majin Buu. Like, okay,
Oh god.
okay. So, God, we were almost done with this topic
I'm
until
sorry.
you
I'm
said,
so sorry. I took the shovel and just started digging even more.
because here's the thing, and I want to say, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, because it hasn't been too long since I've seen Dragon Ball GT, but I could have sworn like maybe the first episode he was training with Goku and GT, and that would tie like that ties in with what happened in the Buu saga, like after the Buu saga.
Yeah,
He would want to train with Oob because Oob is basically a good version of Majin Buu of Kid Buu.
exactly.
So where the heck is he?
I
Why is he not been included in the
it's
show?
you know I would I saw a fan animation of Kid Buu actually like of Oob meeting Kid Buu inside of him, and it pretty much is like it goes from there. Like Oob gets more powerful from that. I don't know. It's been years since I've seen that, but still, I don't know where the hell he is. That's a good question. Because
I've seen a fan animation of an Namekian god form.
shit at this point, like have Oob and Kid Buu have a fucking relationship like Ichigo and Hollow Ichigo. I don't know. Like Oob has to beat him in order to get his power.
No, like Naruto and Nine-Tailed Fox.
Yeah, exactly. Like do something
It's
like that.
That would probably be a more interesting character and dynamic than some of the stuff that Super is producing at this point.
I think,
keep in mind that my friend here is probably like way further than me in the like where Dragon Ball Super is now. Like I stopped at the the Frieza arc, the Golden Frieza arc.
Yeah.
And what's crazy, I was telling you this the other day. Like my brother got so I guess he got impatient because like I told him that Dragon Ball Super is now on television and everything. And he started watching the first few episodes, everybody getting back into Dragon Ball Z, all my friends and stuff. Yeah. But this dude is way past me now because he's reading, like he's actually watching the sub version of it, and so like he's already past the Frieza arc now. And this show definitely like it's still, I don't want to say it's a pacing problem. I think it's just Toonami, the fact that we just get one episode per night, and it's slow, and like that's how Dragon Ball Z has always been. Like they always got to build up to something, and that's not necessarily bad. So I'm not gonna really like count that as a pacing problem type of thing. I mean that's just how it is.
Yeah. Yeah, but the only reason I even still like give Super any time of day anymore, I just glance at it just to see how bad it is. That's really what I do now. I look at it for a second. I'm like, okay, this is where we are. This.
I just watch the English dub. I'm just watch it. Like I tell myself, you know what? Because I just don't like watching Dragon Ball Z in another language. It's not the same.
Especially
it's
Goku.
Not the same to me.
Especially Goku.
It's not the same at all, man. Like I was listening to my brother. Yes. Like I was listening to my brother watching the sub version of it, and I was like I'll just hear all this like high pitched voices and everything. Like it just doesn't match the characters to me. Maybe because like I'm so used to like hearing the English dub version of it, so like I just can't do it.
Yeah, Sean Shamel and Chris Sabat as Goku and Vegeta. Yeah, like because that's what we grew up on, and to hear like in Japanese is like Goku sounds absolutely atrocious.
To hear all these high pitched voices, like what the heck? Like like what?
Oh god!
That's all I heard the other day. I was like, what the heck is this?
What is this nonsense you're looking at now? Yeah, so
yeah, man, that's our thoughts on Dragon Ball Super, I guess.
It needs.
I don't know how we got to talking about it.
It needs to die in a hole. I'm sorry that we went from Shippuden to that, but
I knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah, but you knew. You knew. You knew.
I'm waiting for it.
You're like, okay, like where's this man gonna start talking roasting Super? Give it a minute.
Go ahead.
It is trash. It is absolute trash. If they pull a Super Saiyan White out of their asses next, I'm done.
You know it's coming.
They already. I got nothing. No. Go ahead.
Switching gears. I read this on NeoGAF that basically in the game Nier Automata or Automata, however you say that, there's gonna be like a Dark Souls or Demon Souls style system where like I guess like each player has an android, and keep in mind this is an online feature. Each player has an android, and like if you die, your android is left around, and you can pick up other people's Android. And I guess the androids have like these chips, these plug-in chips. And I guess you can give them, and you can fight other people's androids. And I guess if you get the other person's android, they can fight with you in like the single player. I guess. So I think that's kind of a cool concept to kind of take from
Other players.
Demon Souls or Dark Souls. Yeah.
Yeah, that totally does sound like something out of Demon Souls and Dark Souls and Let It Die.
It is. Like if you read the description of it, it sounds like basically the soul system.
Especially like Let It Die. Like if you die, your character is going to come after you. You're gonna have to fight the you that got killed earlier you as current you. And if your current you ain't strong enough, then you're gonna have to face old you and another old you.
Those ain't like I'm happy that at least they didn't like tack on multiplayer or something like this. Like this makes sense. It makes sense within the world and within like the type of games that they're trying to make.
Yeah.
Totally. And I guess it's also gonna get DLC because, and this I don't get. It's gonna get DLC because a voice actor that I guess the guy that voices 9S or whatever, he wanted some DLC for 2B. And it's like, what? So voice actors can like dictate DLC now?
Huh. Really?
I don't know if it's just like a request or see the site that I'm reading right now, like it says that the DLC is confirmed. But I think it might just be a kind of just a request. It's not actually confirmed, but it says the DLC is confirmed. But who knows? Yeah, just thought I just mentioned that.
Yeah, so that's if voice actors really have like that amount of leeway, then that's actually pretty cool. Actually, like, oh, why you provided my voice for the game, but I want such and such kind of DLC.
Like I highly doubt it works like that.
I know, but that would be pretty cool though. But and I do like that mechanic of you take their androids and stuff. I actually like that. It's
yeah, it's cool. I can't wait until that game comes out.
People, this is the one platinum games that this guy over here actually wants.
Yeah, man, because it's between that and Scalebound, and we all know what happened to Scalebound.
Philip Spencer. Oh God, it's not good for Xbox's future. What do you? Why is he president of Xbox again? Like, who did he sleep with? Who do you fucking sleep with?
Oh yeah, let's talk about. Hold on, let me see if I can find this article right quick. I'm not gonna bring it up on screen, but right. I'm gonna see if I can find it on my phone. That article that I sent you in I actually see. I was on my phone in church because I told you this already. I told you. Now here's the thing: we're about to get like real off topic when I say this. Black churches in February, and maybe it's just my church. Maybe the church you go to, they don't do this. Where like they have every year they do this thing where like it's because it's Black History Month, because February is Black History Month. They did this thing where like for one thing, they did this thing where like the kids will come up and they'll say something like, okay, I'm Malcolm X, or I'm Martin Luther King, and they'll say how, you know, what those people accomplished and everything.
Oh God,
and
it's one of those.
One of the people that I guess one of the people that the little kids that one of the little kids was supposed to be was the person that made like the light bulb or whatever, or did something with like the lights.
Yeah.
Because they dimmed the lights out. They actually dimmed the lights at one point. And I'm like, man, if they don't stop wasting time. And this lady, she sat there for I want to say she sat there for like maybe 30 minutes. I don't even think I'm exaggerating. And it was bad because she sat there for 30 minutes talking about Black history and all this stuff. And she was saying how like her, I guess her grandmother or whatever didn't like people saying the word Negro and colored and especially black. She didn't want to be called black. She wanted to be called African American. And as soon as she said that, both my father and my both my father and also me, I said the same thing. I was like, I'm not African American. I don't come from Africa. I wasn't born in Africa. My descendants were born in Africa. I was not born in Africa. I was born in Maryland. I was born in the United States. You sound very stupid calling yourself an African American, or unless you were somehow, unless you're an actual African that was born in America, you're not African American.
Yeah.
And it's like it goes back. I'm not gonna belabor my point too much, but it pisses me off every year because I've never liked Black History Month, and I'm pretty sure you probably feel the same way because we kind of on the same wavelength,
Yeah.
on the same kind of mindset. And
Yeah.
Black History Month has always pissed me off. Even in school, like we kept having to watch these same videos.
Oh God, yeah.
We having to watch these same videos about Martin Luther King over and over and over. And like my mother, she actually turned to me in church, and I don't remember ever having to do a project like this when I was a little kid. I want to say I was like maybe in the second or third grade or whatever. I had to write a letter to Harriet Tubman. And I guess when I was a little kid, I was complaining about the fact that why do I have to write a letter to this dead woman? This doesn't make any sense. Like they would do all this stuff for Black History Month in school. That crap used to really irritate me. I remember that we had to watch. I actually think this was in. I honestly think this was in the 11th grade, back at our high school, where I think we had to watch a video about Malcolm X, and
Uh-huh.
this dude in the video kept talking with his hands and kept acting like Malcolm X was like this great person, all this other stuff. And here's the thing, because I do have a point with this, and then we're gonna get back to talking about Xbox.
Okay, go ahead,
But these
man.
people seem to think that all these other people can help them out. Like Martin Luther King is dead. He's not going to help you out. Like we're at a church. What's the point of going to church? We don't go to church for our own entertainment. Like I don't know what anyone else does, but you're supposed to go to church to worship God and to have
Get the
some
spirit of
community with
God into
you
you.
know have some community with like everybody else. It's not supposed to be there for like entertainment. And like all that we basically saw, going back to what I was talking about with the children, that was all entertainment. That was all entertainment. And then her bringing up Black History Month, like my thing is with all these black churches, they do the same thing where, and I guess like I said, your church probably does the same thing where like they had the
Mm,
nerve to I forgot what's the name of that. And this shows you how much I actually care about Black History Month and all this Black History bullcrap. They always do the same like Black History songs every year. Like they do the Black History the Black Anthem.
oh
And
God.
I totally forgot the name of that song, but they did that song. And the crazy thing is they did that song. They did the entire song. But then a regular song that's just talking about was like it's just talking about God. They did that for like, and I'm not even lying. I'm not lying. They did that for like maybe like 2 minutes. They literally did two whole verses, and that was it. It's
Uh,
like okay, and like my thing with my father feels the same way. It's like we don't go to church for that, and it's like what what part of the Bible has Black history in it? When was God supposed to be like when has God ever been for like one race? Like God is only for Black people. He's not for white people. He's not for Asians or whatever. Like Black history doesn't belong in church. I guess is like my point, and it's
Yeah,
like it goes.
no, go ahead. Keep going. Keep going.
It's like it doesn't. It just didn't belong there. Nobody wanted to. Like who went to church to get a Black history lesson, because that is pretty much what she was trying to give us, was pretty much a Black history lesson, and that's what we get like every year when we go to that church. It's like Black history lesson, all that, every year. And I turned to my mother. I was like, see, it's this type of crap where like this church focuses so much on Black history and on being Black and all this other crap. That's like we should probably go to a white church. I mean, at least they wouldn't be wasting their time on this crap. At least they'll be focused on God and on other stuff other than bull crap, Black history. And I actually have a point with this because, I was telling you earlier that I was listening to a podcast last night,
Yep.
and matter of fact, have you seen or have you been on the channel Taku Assemble? Because they do a lot of question and answer videos.
Yeah, I remember his stuff back in the day. I don't look at most of his stuff now.
Yeah, because he kind of dropped off. He kind of, I guess he got too busy to do YouTube and everything. But
And that's it.
he started back up, and he has this live Q&A session, right? And one of the questions was, do Black people deserve do they deserve reparations? Do they deserve reparations? And one of them, like, because he had two other people on his panel, right? And so reparations for what? And then another dude was like, yeah, we deserve reparations for I guess slavery, right? I guess that's the main thing because of slavery. And you remember that episode of like Dave Chappelle show where like they did a whole skit on how it would be if Black people got reparations for slavery, and that is where I'm rich, that thing, that's where that started. If you don't remember, that's where that started. And it's like, first of all, that skit right there shows exactly like what would happen if Black people had that money. Because he was making this whole argument of, okay, there is this wage gap between Black people and white people and all that other stuff. There's a definite wage gap, and he was saying something like, okay, we should be able to go to college free, and it's just like, no, y'all need to stop this bullcrap, because I think Black History is a Black History Month. They try to use all this Black History crap as a crutch almost.
As a panel.
It's like y'all
panel
use
to get this shit.
Yeah, like they use it as a crutch. They use it as, okay, man, we were enslaved by all these white people many years ago. I'm pretty sure y'all over that. Like, I'm pretty sure y'all over that by now. And you know how I know this? It's like we see all these Black and white people getting together and everything like that. Keep in mind, I really, I don't care. It's almost like it depends, but my whole point is like, at some point you got to stop being a slave nigga, because a lot of these people are just undercover slave niggas. Like, you can't be a slave nigga in 2017, and that's a term that I made up myself. If you didn't know, slave nigga, just to justify my use of the word slave nigga. That is somebody who cannot get over slavery. That is someone who acts like they're still a slave. I'll give you a prime example of what a slave nigga is. A slave nigga is somebody that, because you know about the division. There's always been a division between, and this is a good example. There's always been a division between dark-skinned people, light-skinned people, that sort of thing. You know what that comes from. You know exactly what that comes from, right?
Yep.
That comes from the white people. They would take the lighter skinned slave. They would take the lighter skinned slaves in the house, right? And then all of us dark skinned niggas were out there in the field, right?
Yeah.
And so people still have that type of. It's funny because people still have that type of mindset where like they are very hateful on somebody who's either like mixed race or like lighter skin. And people still have that mindset. That's why I call those people slave niggas. Then we also have the slave niggas that just like, okay, Black History Month. Oh, this is great. This is awesome. We need to know about our history, all this stuff. But for what? What is our history? What is our history even?
Matter.
Us knowing about our history, like what is that doing for us? We still acting like idiots because last year when people were getting like shot and everything, people rioting out in the streets like idiots, and they're destroying their own neighborhoods. Like you're not destroying the white man's neighborhood, you're destroying your own neighborhoods and the stores and all these other places that you're gonna need to use later. Like you're an idiot.
Yeah,
Like a
you're
lot of these black
rioting.
people.
You're rioting ain't helping nothing. So thanks.
And like and what's so crazy is like the more I was thinking, because I was thinking about this last night after I listened to this podcast. It's like those episodes of Boondocks, like you don't know how great the Boondocks really is until you like really look at everything around us. Like that show is very, very smart, even for its time. Like that episode they did with Martin Luther King, like he came back and he was like, he just called everybody good for nothing niggas. It's like, yeah, he probably would be very disappointed if he like came back or whatever.
Is this what I got all them
But
ass whoopings for?
right, right,
You were lazy
right.
and good for nothing. Like, it still holds up. Season was
And I,
still
I
holds up.
remember,
Oh
I
my god.
remember my seventh grade teacher did not like the Boondocks because of that. But it's like these people worship those people. They worship those people that came before us. Those people like Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and whatever. And like my whole thing is, especially when it comes to churches, like those people are still people. Like they were not perfect. And you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I honestly think might have these facts a little wrong here because, like I said, I don't give a crap about Black history. But yeah, it's like I think, and I could be wrong with this, but I think that Martin Luther King, he was having a affair or something with somebody before he died. So it's like these people weren't perfect. I mean, none of us are, but still, it's like sometimes you just got to move forward. That's all I'm trying to say. Sometimes you got to move forward, and all this Black history stuff. I'm just sick of hearing it. And like
I
I
get
hate
it. I,
February.
I
I
understand. I
hate
understand.
February. I
I
hate
understand.
February. Like that's the worst month of the year. The best month of the year is December because it seems like no matter wherever you go, people are treating you, with some form of respect because it's a happy time of the year. You're supposed to really like love each other and that sort of thing. And it just
It's
like
Christmas.
Black History, right?
It's
And it's
Christmas.
like
You're
Black
supposed to
History
be
is like
singing. It's Christmas. You're supposed to be singing.
yeah, man. Like
In
it's
Black
just
History
just Black
Month.
History Month. It just so separate, and it was somebody years ago. It was some actor that came out and said something about Black history, and she got. I think it was a female. It might have been an actress or somebody, but she just got roasted by everybody, and everybody was pissed at her. I was like, you know what? I started clapping. I'm like, yes, yes, y'all use this as a crutch, and then y'all watch BET, y'all watch this ignorant bull crap in which TV1 is a better black channel anyway. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm all over the place now.
Black
But
evil television.
right,
Oh my god.
it's like, and you can't say like white people like they can't say well where is White History Month because it's like they have nothing to say because it's like all we did in high school was pretty much learn about white people,
Yeah, pretty much. And what?
learn about learn about white
And what?
people, and then learning about being enslaved to white people. And I guess because that was drilled so much into us, and that's kind of like part of that's been like a big part of black culture. Is like we can't help but like go back to it and can't help to keep going back to that well, keep going back to that dark past of our ancestors. But at this point, we are no longer slaves. I'm not saying that there's not slavery in other places of the world, obviously, but in the United States, for the most part, we are free black people. So we need to just, I don't know.
And also, February has fucking Valentine's Day. Fuck Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah. That too. That too.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, if my mom and aunt's birthdays did not fall in February, I wouldn't give two shits. But I have to. I kind of have to.
Man, that's an oh
That's
man, I like I could go on and on when it comes to a lot of this type of stuff, but Valentine's Day, that's something that's always been dumb to me. It's like you pick one day out of the year to tell that special someone that you love them. Well, guess what? Promise for you, tomorrow isn't promise for you, so you might want to do that now. You can do that at any time. I'm not even gonna like I'm not gonna let a day, like a certain day dictate, that
what I'm
sort of
supposed
thing.
to do.
That's just dumb.
Exactly. And also, Persona 5 stood us up again.
Also, yeah.
Honestly, that bitch was supposed to be out since 2014. So you can imagine my.
Didn't they have a Valentine generator or something for that game?
Yeah. I'm just like,
Like they were straight up trolling with that.
could y'all just release this shit already? I've seen it in English. Y'all done with it. Y'all are done with it.
Someone beat somebody from IGN beat the whole thing in another language.
I
It's like,
might.
dang, he was that thirsty for that game.
People are fucking thirsty for that game, man. This thing was supposed to come out. It's since 2014. The
I hope it
N15.
gets a price drop soon, though.
Honestly, it should
Whenever
get
it
a
gets a
price
price
drop
drop.
after. It should get a price drop after all this. Like we've waited for this thing for 4 years, and you stood us up on. You stood us up on Valentine's Day when people had something to do. People had something to do to play you, and you gonna stood us up on this shitty day.
I'm still trying to find that article, by the way.
Oh my god. So yeah,
I showed it to you. Oh, I texted you about it yesterday. I'm just trying to find it so I don't say anything inaccurate. But basically, I remember what it was because I can't find it. But I remember what it was. Basically, somebody on Twitter they asked Phil Spencer. I think they asked him something about like JRPGs. Like when is the Xbox One going to get more JRPGs and everything? And Phil Spencer basically said, well, this week I'm going to third party. I'm going to. I think he said something like he's going to like three. He's going to three different publishers in Japan to kind of, I guess, discuss if there's going to be any more, Japanese games on the system. And a lot of people are skeptical because, like, here's the thing: for those of you who don't know, it's like Microsoft isn't popular anywhere else except for like really the United States. Like Sony is dominating everywhere because you know it's popular everywhere pretty much, and like Microsoft games aren't popular with like Japan and everything. Like we got Blue Dragon and all that other stuff in the 360 generation, but because they didn't really continue that Japanese support with those type of games, the Japanese audience, the people in Japan or China or whatever, they just didn't really take to the Xbox brand. So
all you
I
Asians,
just
all you
wow.
Asians didn't want to support this. I'm sorry.
No, I mean I don't blame them though, because
Yeah, but
the
still, I
funny
get
thing is Xbox has the same problem that it has that
now.
it pretty much had then. Like Xbox 360 during the first few, I would say first few years maybe of its life cycle, it had a lot of diversity, but now there's no diversity, and I think we've already spoken to this before, but there's no exclusives to be excited about, and even if he's going to third party developers, why would they want to work with them when they shut down Platinum and Scalebound? Because keep in mind that Platinum is also a Japanese developer. So it's like, why would they even want to work with them? And then why would anyone want to buy a third party game, like a third party, multi platform game on an Xbox console when they can get it on a Sony console where like everybody plays on the PlayStation 4 pretty much.
Oh yeah, pretty much. So I don't.
So I just think like he like I don't think anything is gonna come out of his meeting up with these publishers or anything. I don't think it's gonna be anything big. Like and another thing that Microsoft announced this week, they said that in 2017 this is supposed to be a big year for the Xbox. It's gonna be a big year for the Xbox brand apparently. I don't believe that one bit.
I just laugh. I just laugh, and I like, look, Philip, look, Philip, look at what PlayStation has. We have Nier, we have Horizon, we have fucking Persona 5. You already lost. You lost with those three games right there. Oh yeah, and the Insane trilogy.
Oh
So
yeah, that too. See, I thought that was coming on Xbox, but apparently it isn't, man.
I
So
I,
I'm gonna have to buy it on PlayStation.
I'm telling you, I kind of called it being on PlayStation all the way because, like, okay,
I
these are,
mean, now go ahead.
dude, every Crash game after three, after Team Racing, when Wrath of Cortex came out, that's where he started expanding all the Crash games to other platforms. So
Yeah, because I think it's because at first Naughty Dog was doing it. 'Cause I know Universal also had the license.
yeah, so I'm like, okay, it ain't coming back, Brian. Sorry, you're gonna have to bend backwards and get it from PlayStation.
And man, that Scorpio, man, the Scorpio is gonna change the world. Even
Unless
though
it
even though it's not gonna have any games.
unless it cures cancer, then
And here's the thing. Here's another thing that we learned about it. I guess a week ago or 2 weeks ago. It's not even that powerful. It's not even going to be as powerful as they claim it to be. It's like I've heard it being described as a PlayStation 4 Pro. It's just a
oh
it's a
god,
slightly better version of it because they couldn't deliver on their promise because I guess certain CPU chips or something wasn't available at the time or whatever.
so essentially it has more potential to make more noise than a PlayStation Pro, and to not work even more like a
Man, I don't,
PlayStation
I, I
Pro.
don't know. I don't know if anything can make more noise than a PlayStation 4, man. Maybe it's because I have an old PlayStation 4. I got like the day one PlayStation 4, but that joint sounds like a freaking a jet taking off
Yeah, I'm one of the lucky ones who
all the freaking
waited.
time.
I'm one of the ones who waited before
That joint
getting one.
sounds like a jet taking off every time I play it to the point where like I have to turn my television up because I can't hear anything.
Oh
I can
god.
barely hear anything. I'm like, good God, especially in my room. Like, I think it's not as bad downstairs in the basement because it's like it's colder down there. But man, like if I play this joint upstairs, if I
Sounds like
play
a
it upstairs, it's definitely gonna be loud.
sounds like my first 360. Ugh, that's terrible.
360 that red ring of death.
Oh god. Oh, it's like what PS4 has what a fucking what was it? A white bar depth or something? God.
What?
Like when it first came out, it was like a bar. It was like a different color bar of depth or some shit.
Yeah, it was. I know what you're talking about the yellow light of death. I
That's
never
it.
got that though.
That's it. Me either.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised my PlayStation 3 never broke or anything because I remember slamming that thing down twice. Don't ask why.
I kind of want to know after this.
Honestly, I totally forgot to be honest.
Oh,
That's mad. Something I know. I kept breaking controllers. I remember chucking my PlayStation 3 controller at a wall because of Marvel vs. Capcom. Uh, hold on one second. I gotta do something real quick.
all right.
Entertain everybody.
Oh my god, entertain everybody. Okay, okay. Persona 4, for example, pop Persona 4, Persona 5 should have fucking came on a Valentine's Day. It stood up, son, forget. Okay. Not only that, but it needs to. And he's kind of right on the price drop thing, considering how long was like us over here in the States have waited for this game. And to be quite honest, it's Like, really, it's done. Why can't they release the damn thing in March? Like, I already got my money in for Take Your Heart edition. Yeah, surprisingly, I'm going all out with this thing. So why not? I'm going like full in for this game. So yeah, it makes sense to them to be like, okay, you know what, y'all have waited enough for it, and it's been done. Like, there's nothing wrong with the game, it's just the localization. We know it works. We know this game works, but it's the localization that's held it up for another 2 months. Now, I swear to goodness, man, if I hear or see anything about it being delayed again until fucking, like, what? Okay, April, until fucking June, I'm done. I'll take my pre-order out. I cannot take another fucking 2 months of this shit. But again, it's done. The game is done, man. There's nothing wrong with the game. The game's done. The game's out in Japan. So there's no excuse for, they need time to make the game better. No, they don't. No, they don't. They need more time to add more DLC, which it's amazing how much DLC they've actually stuck in here. It's amazing just how much costume DLC they've put in this game alone. And to be honest, it's just they need to. It needs release. It needs release. The game's done. The game's done. Bullshit. Had to keep us waiting. They released it in March. I'm done. I'm so through with waiting.
I'm back, man.
All right.
So apparently, I got a lot of food down there. I got some good food. Got some ribs, some chicken on a stick. Apparently,
Damn.
hot dogs, hamburgers, all grilled food. About to eat good. I guess they're doing this because of President Day, but I don't think my parents care about that. I guess they just wanted to eat something different today, I guess.
Or that it's hot enough to put the grill on.
That too.
Because honestly, it's 70 something degrees outside.
Yeah, I was kind of getting hot in here too.
We got this California weather going on over here. It's like what the fuck is this? Like, it's cold one day and it's got like, oh, we got this 80-degree weather this day. I hate this kind of weather, to be honest with you, but
yeah, apparently it's gonna rain. It's gonna rain on Friday probably,
or sooner, considering how like hot it keeps getting. So,
what were we talking about before I had to leave for a second?
We were talking about how nothing's gonna come out of Philip's meetings.
Oh yeah. You know, some people refer to this man on Twitter as Uncle Phil.
Oh God, I hate
you. Did you just refer to another man as Uncle Phil?
I hate using this word, but the cringe factor just reached maximum.
First of all, Uncle Phil is dead, man. Uncle Phil is dead. The original, the OG Uncle Phil is dead.
Yeah.
Uncle Phil from the Fresh Prince is dead, man.
Mm-hmm. So don't use his name like that, damn it. Especially on a scrub known as Phil Spencer. Like,
man, see, I'll say this: like, he's done a few good things for Xbox, just stuff that I just did not care about. But honestly, I don't know how any Xbox fan can get excited. Especially for the Scorpio, because I was listening to Weapon Wheel on Saturday. They got this dude up here. They got this dude up there called this dude Kid Smooth. This guy got he's a blind fanboy. This guy this dude is ridiculous with his love for the Xbox brand. He's like, well, like, he doesn't care about all the PlayStation exclusives or whatever. He's like, I got games to play because the whole thing was they were asking him like okay, so why would anyone buy? I guess like why would anybody buy, or why would anybody get excited for the Scorpio? Like, what's the reasoning behind buying a Scorpio. Like when you buy a console, there's a reason why you buy that console, and it's usually going to be the exclusives. It's usually going to be the exclusives on that console, and it's like, what are we getting with the Scorpio? Because like the only thing we know that we're going to get with the Scorpio is Sea of Thieves, State of Decay, Crackdown, and I think that's it. And you can play all those games on your regular Xbox One. So why would anybody care about the Scorpio?
Exactly.
It's just like you haven't like they even if they like they just need to like tomorrow or a few like maybe March or whatever. Just announce another game. You don't even have to show any gameplay from it. Just announce it. Just like announce it and just be like, okay, uh, you will see more about this game at E3 because like comparing this to like the Switch, even we know what the Switch is getting a little bit, you know. But I mean, with the Scorpio, there's like we don't really know. We don't really know the reason to get it because now that we know that it's not as powerful as the PlayStation Pro, it's like okay, so
What's the
you
point?
might as well just get a PlayStation Pro at this point, or you might as well just build a PC.
Build a PC or or fucking shell out that money for 4K TV and a Pro.
All right, you know there's a I think there's going to be something new to it called boost mode.
Oh Lord, what is this?
So boost mode is where I guess it increases the frame rate and it just I guess because I'm not that I don't really know a lot about all this technical jargon and aspects and stuff, but I think what it does is just makes the games run better. So I guess it's another incentive for like if you don't own a PlayStation like I mean if you don't own a 4K TV, it's another incentive to buy the PlayStation 4 Pro. But it's in beta right now though.
uh, just more consoles, man. Like I swear, like after this generation of games, I'm probably gonna end up building a PC because damn,
Wow.
I,
See,
I might, I
I
might.
can't do that because for one thing, I mean, I know a lot of people say like when building a PC, you don't really need to like upgrade it all the time. You know that's a lie. You don't really need to upgrade it as long as you get like a powerful PC or whatever. But it feels like for one thing, if I get a PC, I'm gonna be tempted to pretty much download everything because you know I will do that. You know I will. I'm
Oh
gonna
my
download
god.
everything. I'm gonna be the biggest pirate. I'm gonna be a better pirate than Monkey D. Luffy. I'm gonna be a better pirate than Goldie Roger, man. Like
Yeah,
I'm gonna
because
pirate everything.
yeah, because you'll actually find the fucking One Piece rather than
Right. I will find the One Piece and download it.
this motherfucker did not want to get One Piece told to him. I'm like, you're
Yeah, I remember I told you that. I was like, really?
you're an idiot. Like there's no hope for you. Because
But yeah, like I wouldn't buy. I've been thinking about getting a PC a few years ago. Just like I just think that I would just download everything, and I would also just use it to play old games like Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Roses. I definitely want to play that again. I wish they would remaster that or something because that was a cool
yeah.
game back in the day.
Oh yeah. I remember that actually. Yeah. I said I might. I am the PC thing
That has
is a
like the
might.
best soundtrack.
There's so much shit on Steam though. Like,
Yeah,
oh my
man.
god,
Oh my god.
that's the
I
problem.
heard
That
there's a lot of crap on Steam. Like if you get some time, watch Colin is Right. Now I don't agree with a lot of things that the kind of funny people say sometimes, especially when it comes to Naughty Dog and Uncharted. But
yeah, because it was riding it hard.
Colin is Right. That is one show that I can kind of stomach. You know, it's very insightful. It's almost like that God dang it. What's the name of that dude that He does that sketch. He does like a sketch news show on Comedy Central.
Um,
Steven something. Is it Colbert? Colbert? Something like that.
Colbert,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's like he has a show. So like, Calling is Right is basically kind of like a game. It's like a show like that, but for like video games and stuff. But like he did a video basically talking about all the crap that's on Steam and all the crap that's on PlayStation Network and how they need to go in and kind of purge that and kind of like come up with a system to like
Even at the
I
trash from the
guess
good.
well that too, yeah, pretty much. You know, they
It's
need
just,
a system to just like quality control pretty much.
yeah.
Because after that game, Life of Tiger, Life of Black Tiger, he's like, yeah, they need to do that because you can't just be having anything on the PlayStation Store because at this point it's just like that game that I'm making right now. I can just release it on like I can just release it unfinished at this point and probably put it up there because it almost feels like that because some of those indie games up there like that's not quality, especially Life of Black Tiger.
Uh, okay. All right. No. No, never. No. I will never acknowledge that thing's existence anymore. Oh my
It's
god.
like that game looks like a PlayStation 1 game.
It's like, how did they? Why? How? Who said yes? Who said
Like
yes to this?
apparently that game it started on the phone. So maybe that's why it looks like that. It's like they didn't even try to upres it or nothing like that.
It's still terrible. It's still terrible. All
Hasbro
right.
is making more they're making female Transformers. They're making more female Transformers
More female transfer. Oh, great. Oh,
because
okay.
I guess sales have gone up with little girls buying the toys. I've never liked the idea of a female Transformer. I'm gonna just say that right now.
Oh, what?
I never liked the idea of a
Oh,
female Transformer. It's just kind of weird because like it's not like they need to reproduce.
Robotits. That's all. That's all. That's all I gotta say. Robotits. That's it. There you go. There you go. Like
apparently
really.
Chris Brown Chris Brown I guess that fight is canceled. In other news,
Why am I not surprised? You know what?
it's canceled because I guess he wouldn't sign a contract or something. I was like,
Don't.
yeah, this ain't about to happen.
Yeah, okay. Just give it time, man. He'll probably do something else stupid to get himself in prison. So don't. It's not gonna take long.
And I think the last thing that we wanted to talk about was Black Lightning. Unless you know what you want to do.
That's up to you, man.
Well, I don't think we talked too much about Black Lightning or like the CW Arrowverse. My thing with this show, so let me go ahead and give you guys a little bit of history on Black Lightning and how it actually involves Static Shock and why we might get a Static Shock show in the future. I'm still like banking on that. But a lot of people were kind of pissed when they first heard that like Greg Berlanti, who's like he's the guy that pretty much is in charge of all of Supergirl, uh, Arrow, The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow. Like he's the man behind that. You know, he's the brains. I guess you can kind of say. Uh, they were kind of mad that for one thing we were getting another superhero show because it's like a lot of people have this thing of superhero fatigue, and then also the CW having 5 superhero shows in 1 week. That's going to be, I guess the concern is that it's like it's just too much, maybe too much. Um, it's also that you know it's not Static Shock. It's Black Lightning. It's this other
Yeah.
character that like not many people know about. And up until last night, I didn't know that there was any connection between Black Lightning and Static Shock. when it comes to these live action projects, because I already knew that there was going to be a Static Shock, like there were already rumors about a Static Shock live action show. I want to say back in 2015, maybe 2014, and nothing came of those rumors. What we knew at the time, or what I knew at the time, was Jaden Smith was supposed to be Static Shock, and I was like, oh god, no. Like I remember telling my brother, and I was excited because it's like Static Shock is making a show. Like they're gonna have a Static Shock show, and the show was gonna be on. I think it was gonna be a web series or something. I know that the show wasn't gonna be on the CW or anything like that. But just having Jaden Smith in the show as Static Shock is like, why? He sucks. But I I told you already. I was listening to a podcast. I was listening to Ataku Assemble, and one of the dudes up there, one of the guys on the panel, he was basically saying that Tyler Perry was going to be involved with the Static Shock show. And as soon as I heard that, I paused that joint so fast. My heart, I swear, my heart started racing. Because keep in mind, I'm listening to the podcast, and like every 5 seconds, this commercial kept coming up, and it had this like sad music, and I had to keep skipping the ad, and like I was like my eyes were closed. I wasn't watching the podcast. I was just listening to it while I was trying to go to sleep, and like I was like, oh my god, this almost feels like that ad, because that ad kept kind of the ad that I'm talking about. It kind of scared me and kind of like it made me feel kind of weird because like the music, and it was about this guy with a disability and everything like that. And so I had that feeling again. I was like, oh god. So let me go ahead and look that up. And so I looked up this thing about Tyler Perry Tyler Perry possibly doing uh, a Static Shock show. And it turns out that none of that really came into fruition. And later on, as I scroll down the articles, I want to say maybe in 2016, maybe in April or something, it said that basically Tyler Perry was going to he was going to be working on the Black Lightning series. And keep in mind, this is before Black Lightning got announced for CW. At first, they were trying to get Black Lightning at Fox, but thankfully, Tyler Perry is not on this project. I'm so
Tyler,
happy because I told you this also. He was gonna make him a reverend. He was gonna make Jefferson Pierce, the guy who's Black Lightning. He was gonna make him a reverend.
uh,
It's like this is why people don't like you already.
God,
This is why people don't like you.
so he would have just Jesus the mess out of this, wouldn't he?
Yeah, it's like, look, man. I understand you're trying. Well, look, man. You're the worst person to try to spread Christianity through your shows and stuff. You're the worst person to do that because you don't know how to write good characters and stuff. You're horrible. The only reason that you still have money is because people like my mother sit there and watch your dumb shows. But yeah, I'm happy that he's not going to. I'm happy that he's not going to be working on that. But another thing, okay, so the Black Lightning show is going to be on CW now, and I can't remember the names of the people that are going to be writing it and producing it. Well, it's going to be produced by Greg Berlanti, but I can't remember the names of the writers. But apparently, it's like two people that worked on two BET shows, and that has me concerned already because it's not like the CW Arrowverse has a good track record at this point. So season one and season two of Arrow was good, but then the like everything after that is just bad. I
Nonsense.
it's just bad. I don't want to say it's like complete garbage, even though I want to say like the second half of season 3 where they introduced Raish Al Ghul was just, oh my god, it was garbage. But season 1 of the Flash, that was good. But season 2, like, we're starting to get really repetitive with all these speedsters and everything. Like, everybody that Barry faces has to be a speedster, and that is annoy a lot of people. And also Legends of Tomorrow, that is a show that I think this season is worse than last season. But getting to my point, uh it feels like because they have all these shows and now they added Supergirl, it feels like, first of all, it feels like their writing team, they need to get better writers. It feels like some of their good writers, and this is what I've heard, like some of their good writers have gone to Supergirl. And Supergirl is a horrible show.
That's
That show is horrible.
atrocious. Even from a
So that
distance,
kind
that's
of has me
horrible.
scared. That kind of has me scared because it's like, who are you gonna get to write this show, and how are you guys gonna write it? I mean,
Good
it's not
point.
like they have the best track record. Like don't get me wrong, because I'm happy that we're finally getting a black DC superhero. Because it always bugged me that, like, pretty much all the black characters in the CW Arrowverse is like they're sidekicks pretty much. They're like secondary characters. Like they could be main characters, but they're not the superhero. They're never the superhero.
Yeah, pretty
And,
much.
and even though they tried to add Vixen, on Legends of Tomorrow. Oh my God, what they did to her! I'm not even gonna get into it.
Yeah,
But
they.
yeah, Black Lightning probably gonna come out next year or maybe this year. I don't know.
I'll watch
But
it. I'll watch it, especially now that I know like Top Harry has nothing like. Ugh.
I mean, I say to all you people who want a Static Shock show, this is our best chance to get it. It really is. It's like, go ahead and watch the show, even if it's not the work, even if it's like, if it's not that bad. If it's not that bad, go ahead and watch it because they could introduce Static Shock as this sidekick character. As much as I hate him being a sidekick, but it would make sense for him to have a mentor. So, because they both use electricity, so it makes sense, and then they can spin off, and he can have his own series. Because keep in mind that the Flash happened because of they like the Flash was introduced on Arrow, and then they spun him off, and then all the characters that are on Legends of Tomorrow, they started on Arrow, and then they spun it off. So it can definitely happen. It's not unprecedented.
Okay, that makes sense. Makes sense to me.
But
I'll
I just
watch
I
it.
just wanted to get you. I just wanted to get you and everybody else up to speed because I know there isn't a lot of people talking about this project.
I'll watch it. I'll give it a chance.
I mean, regardless, I watch every superhero show with the exception of Supergirl. I can't do it. I can't do it. It just sucks. Like, I even watch Gotham, man. Like, I watch all of them.
I know how insane Gotham is now, thanks to you. It's like,
Yep.
what? Wait, what?
You got a clone of Bruce Wayne.
And I thought Bates Motel was fucking crazy. Like, oh my god. Ugh. Not even gonna get into that. Anyway, I think that's
Yeah,
it.
that's it, man. Unless you add something else. That's it
I
for the
think no, I
podcast.
no, I think we've hit about everything for the past 3 hours or
And
two and a
matter of
half.
fact, for those of you guys who are watching, I think this would be kind of cool if, like, you guys could leave questions. So for those of you guys who have watched this whole video, and I'll probably like what I'll try to do is I'll try to break these I'll try to break the different topics out into separate videos. Like I said, I was gonna do with the other podcast, but I just never got a chance to do it. So that's probably what I'll do because I have some extra footage on my computer right now that I can just use. So I'll probably just break those out. So if you don't want to listen to all of this, you can just listen. listen to the parts that you want to, and just leave us some questions that we can kind of answer for the next video if you guys want.
It would
Because
help.
I think it would be kind of cool if we got other topics from other people because I was kind of struggling for the topics this week. I didn't want to talk about the whole Mel Gibson and Suicide Squad thing. I
No, no,
didn't
no, no,
want to talk
no, no, no.
about Batman, Batman and the Batman issues with Ben Affleck. So I feel like we've kind of touched on the Ben Affleck thing and the Mel Gibson thing. I don't see that happening. I even though they said that those talks, like he's been in talks with them. I mean, what he said about superhero movies, I'll be very surprised
He
if he
said
actually
yes.
does it. Yeah.
God, the thought of Mel Gibson and Suicide Squad 2 just made my neck twitch. I'm not
I
even
mean,
lying.
even if it's not in it, like even if he is not in it himself, I mean, it would just be I would go see it just to see what he did with it. And keep in mind, I don't think I've ever really seen anything that Mel Gibson has done, to
I
be
rem-
honest with you. Like the only thing I know about this dude, he said some racist stuff about Jews, and that's it.
I know he was
Like
the
like like
original.
that's about as much as I know about Donald Trump is that he said he's a big racist. He's a big racist. He said some really offensive stuff about females. Let's just put it that way. And he's an idiot. That's all I know about him.
I know
I
this
don't know
much
anything
about.
else.
I know this much about Mel Gibson. He was in the original Lethal Weapon movies with Danny Glover. He is the original
He's
Mad
in Mad
Max
Max. Yeah, I know that. But like, I
and,
haven't really seen any of his work.
and Passion of the Christ. I remember me
Yeah, and
being in.
I don't know what it is. I'm scared of what like it's not necessarily that I'm scared of watching movies. It's just like I don't want to see somebody like I don't want to see somebody get tortured like that. I mean, I get like that's the point. Like I saw that movie Ben Hur a few weeks ago,
Oh,
and I'm
yeah.
like, yeah, this is about as close as I'm gonna get to the Passion of the Christ because that was something. Even with that movie, even though that movie was horrible, I mean, it got the point across. It's like they stabbed him for, well, obviously, if you read the Bible, you already know.
Yeah.
But and the way they did it, so it's like that movie pretty much told that story for me to the point where I've read that part of the Bible. I've heard it a million times, and I've seen it in some form. So I don't really need to see the Passion of the Christ, which is weird because I think they're going to do a sequel.
Uh, well, before let me just get this little story out the way. Um, I went to private school around middle school. I in my middle school years, I went to a private school, right? And they made us
God,
watch
I wish I went to
this.
a private school.
And they made us watch
What?
this. I think they made us watch this. I think I was like 12 or 13 at
Did
the
you go
time.
to a Christian school or something?
I did. I did. I
Oh,
did.
okay.
I did.
That doesn't
And
explain all the profanity, though.
and what?
I said that doesn't explain all the profanity.
Well, Friendly did it. Friendly did it, and it just escalated from there. That's why I curse so
Okay.
much. Okay, you know what? I cannot curse. Okay, I can turn it off. I know how to censor myself. I just don't fucking
See,
want to.
that's the thing. See, I couldn't do that because back in high school, obviously, if anyone's been, obviously, everybody's been a teenager, and if you're not a teenager and you're watching this, you
I
will
help
see
you.
what I mean. What you will see, you'll see what we mean when you get older. But it's like I definitely couldn't stop. Like once I started cursing and stuff, like I would curse at the wrong people. I'll curse at the teacher.
Oh,
Uh, I cursed at the vice principal. I'm surprised they didn't expel me. But yeah, so like that's what like I see. I have to work on myself. I know that. Like I have to work on myself. So like you just gotta tell yourself not to do that at some point. But yeah,
dude, I know exactly when and how to censor myself. I just don't feel like it when I'm at home. You know. So but I know how. I know how to like censor myself. Anyway, um, they made us watch this when I was, I think, 12 or 13, and it was the most horrific thing I've seen in a while. I think I could not think straight for a good week before I got my head on straight. Like, oh my God, why did they make us watch this? So I was royally
Man,
screwed up for a good minute after watching it the first time. So
I
yeah,
think you have to be. I think you have to be of a certain age because it's like that movie is rated R, I believe. And when that movie came out, I think it came out like what 06, 07, and we weren't that old. So it's like even if you let a little kid watch that, and even if they are at a Christian school, I don't think that they could kind of comprehend what's going on. They just probably see it as very violent. Even if you kind of taught them about that, they might be a little afraid to kind of see that. And that's how I was. It's like I don't want to watch this movie.
yeah,
Not that I don't
that's
see the significance of it.
yeah. It's like it wouldn't phase me now, but back then it's like, oh my god, why you do this?
I mean, we've seen so much blood in Deadpool.
Exactly. We're just like we're kind of desensitized, but we're kind of not. If we saw that shit in real life, it's like, nope, 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 nope.
I guess it's just the context of that thing. It's like it's the context of the movie because like with the movie Logan, like we're getting all these good reviews for this movie Logan, and a lot of people are saying like it's not violence for violence sake, it's not profanity for profanity's sake. Like everything has a purpose and everything works. For almost comedy and almost for like shock value and stuff like that, like in Deadpool. It's just the context, I guess.
Yeah.
But all right, we dragged this on long enough. So thank you guys for watching. We're out of here. Peace.